Warning, the following contains material that may be too disturbing to some people. Descriptions of violence, mature situations, and adult themes. This is intended for mature audiences. Viewer discretion is advised. All right, I am here. We're running a little bit late, so I'm going to go ahead and get us in here.
Get what?
Hello, guys. Hello, folks.
Oops.
Hello.
There's a bleep right at the beginning.
Yes, there is.
Sorry.
It's okay.
Maury messed
It's
up.
okay.
Maury messed up.
I didn't want to take too long because we're a little bit behind and I want to save time today. I don't want it to be like last week where it's like, oh, I feel like we just started and the game's already over. So I just wanted to go ahead and jump in.
Yeah, usually you're longer, so.
Yeah, sorry. So I hope everybody's doing awesome this week. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Forest of Flesh, DnD5e. We're running some more Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition for you guys today. And I'm joined, of course, by all my lovely friends here. I hope you guys are all doing awesome this week.
Whom we can argue with as much as we want.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for some of you guys who were maybe a little bit late, well, not late, but like later than when I talked about this pregame. Yeah, I got hit up by somebody who was like, hey, you should stop letting your players argue with at the table. And it's like, yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna listen to that. A lot of times they're right. So like a lot of times you guys are right. Like nobody's perfect. I can't there's so many rules to D&D, it's impossible for me to remember them all. And honestly, I've been running this game for like 5 years at this point, and there's still stuff that I forget, rules that I forget, or stuff that you guys catch me out on, or whatever. Like, I think it's fine. Speak your mind at the table. You guys, we're all friends here.
And I've been playing D&D since 2013, and
there's
I
still stuff where it's like,
forget rules
I didn't
all the time.
technically word that correctly.
Yeah.
I guess we can do whatever we want.
Yeah, there's always like rules where it's like, they clearly didn't think this all the way through when they worded this, or it was like intended to be ruled however you decide. And stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, it's all good. I'm not worried about you guys, really. So, oh gosh, I gotta fix this really quick. There we go. Did roll 20 hit the bed? It kind of did immediately as soon as I did that.
Another bruh.
Yeah, we're 3 minutes in. Nobody's perfect. So while roll 20 is
Nobody's perfect.
Reloading, let's do some announcement stuff. So you guys know our Discord is public. It's free. You can jump in. You can see the memes and the chaos. You can ask lore questions. You can say, hey, Ella, how do I make my own Vroid? And all that stuff. Here is the link if you want to jump in the free Discord for you Twitch viewers. If you're watching on YouTube, it is in the description below. You can also head over to deviantart.com/Jessica Pegaroro. Check out the art for Vash from A-Team. You can, let's see here. You can head over to Instagram, TikTok, Coffee, and X.com and say hey to Joanne. It's Ace of Wands Designs everywhere except X, where it's Ace of Wands 01. See some cool art. Do it. Give a follow. Share the wonderful love that you guys have. And here, of course, as always, is the credits for the Makie art token as well. And I think that's everything. So we're moving through it quick today. So why don't we do that thing where we go around the table, we have everyone introduce themselves, and then we'll talk about like where you guys are right now, sort of like what's going on, before we jump in and play the game, shall we? First up, as always, is Ferdy So Fly playing the Diviners, Abe and Flo for you guys today. How are you, Ferdy? It's not my thing. Is my thing?
Good.
Okay.
With Aben.
1 sec. Go ahead. I gotta reload my GM layer so I can share your token.
Last time, Aben Flo, they were offered. Well, they volunteered to offer themselves as part of the ritual for this. What is this guy? Is he a lich as well?
You're talking about Veiled
Forgot.
in Shadow?
Yeah, Veiled in Shadow.
Yeah.
I-
I mean, you don't know if he's a lich.
I know
or
he's
not.
like a bodhisattva for. Oh,
He's like
yeah.
equivalent. Yeah, for the
We
like. Yeah.
they did.
Could Abe and Flo roll
Yeah.
some kind of check to see if they know what he actually is? Because Abe and Flo saw him without the mask.
You did. That's true.
Arcan. Yeah, the Arcan eye. Should I like roll a history check
Yeah.
or a straight roll?
History, religion, or arcana. I think I'd accept any of those. And roll pretty high. That's pretty high. Okay, cool. So what Veiled in Shadow is called a Demagoth. It is a particular kind of demon. Let me see if I can link it for you. Un momento, por favor. Boom. That's how you spell it. Okay. Demagoth. Boom. So it's
They
particular.
got to see.
Yeah, it's
They
particular.
got to see how Mard was turned.
Yeah. You got to see the whole
Did
Mard
something to her.
pact, the whole pact with Mard thing going down. So Demagoths are demons that feed on pain and suffering, negative emotions, typically. Some sages have referred to them as tear lickers. And
Ew.
yeah. They consume the anguish around them, typically. They're known to be creatures of forbidden knowledge and magic. And they are known to trade magical influence in exchange for agony. They're very alien looking. And okay, they do have 5 arms. I got confirmation on that, and I wasn't sure about that last time, but they do have 5 arms, not 6 arms. So they don't have an arm in the back. They got 2 arms on either side and then an arm coming out of their stomach. They're also quite big, huge, you might say. Yeah. So they're kind of a unique kind of demon. So yeah, you know what they are. Cool. So yeah, you were offered a deal basically, or you tried to make a deal, and you got a counter offer, and you said no, that's not good. I will not take that deal. Yeah. So they was definitely messing with you guys pretty hard last game for sure. So, but you guys did good, I think. Well, anyways, thank you, Ferdy. Up next, we've got Maury playing Lucero for you guys. How are you, Maury?
Doing good.
Good. You sacrificed.
Luce is a ball of emotions.
You sacrificed your apprentice last session, essentially. Right.
I did not.
Kind of. I mean, you left it up to them.
I let her make her choice.
Yeah.
I am not happy about her choice, but I let her make her choice.
Yeah, well, maybe maybe some of you has been rubbing off on Mard, right? Like Mard's seen you so willing to sacrifice yourself. So maybe Mard thought to do the same for everyone else's benefit.
My small bean!
They grew up so fast, So yeah, that's essentially what happens. So basically, like the deal with Veiled in Shadow was, hey, here's what I want in order to help you guys with this Demon Prince of Madness. One of you is going to stay here, and they picked Mard because they knew it would cause you the most pain. Probably. They could have picked Makie, I suppose. There were other
Yeah,
options.
well, that
They
would've
wanted
worked
a
out for
magic
'em.
user, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. They wanted somebody to be a good fit with the Hellish Scholar. They said that their first choice was you, Lucero, I think, if I recall. But
Yeah, they did.
something going on with that. They couldn't.
Somebody's playing ping pong with the soul.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
We gotta have a talk. This has gotta have a talk.
Things have not gone so great for you when you've tried to have a talk. But you want to keep risking it? You can do that. You can make your own decision.
Oh no, this one will be face to face.
All right. Well, thank you, Maury. Up next, we've got Kyo playing courts for you guys. How are you, Kyo?
I'm doing okay. Quartz is just here for the ride. She doesn't quite understand why Lucero is incredibly upset at the fact that they wanted her mentee to stay, especially since it didn't seem like a bad deal in the first place. And she can tell that Lucero is very attached to them, even though they just met like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
But to Quartz, it's like, oh, this person has been here this whole time. Why does it matter if they stay here forever?
Yeah. Not a huge deal.
So, not a huge deal, but we got what we wanted, and now we're heading to where we want to go, right? So that's the only thing that's important.
Right on. Right on. Thank you, Kyo. Up next, we've got Joanne, Ace Wands Designs, aka Teddy Bear Lace, playing Cursed for you guys. How are you, Joanne?
Hello. I'm good. Cursed was fighting with Lucero.
Yeah.
Not the
Very much
horns!
very much you need to make this child make her own decisions.
Yeah.
Very much get it together.
Yeah.
Very much grab by horns. Literally grab bull by horns.
Right, right. As you do.
Which is weird, considering Cursed's whole thing.
Yeah. Well, you've also got this other demon sort of breathing down your neck for freedom from this place, right?
Yeah.
So
My dagger started talking to me after I drank Lucero's blood, so that was cool and weird and fun.
mhm.
Didn't think it could have gotten a lot any more weirder than I already had, but we're here now, and I want to go. I want to leave. I have a promise. I'm banking on the bad promises.
Yeah, understandable. I mean, who wouldn't want to leave this place? It's not exactly the most welcoming place, but yeah, I get it. I get it. For whatever reason, the song "White Room" by Cream keeps popping in my head. Anyway, that's like a Vietnam era song. If you know it, you know.
I'll learn about it in a second.
um, yeah, it's Mard's theme song, right? There's the part where the lyrics say, "I'll wait in this place where the shadows run from themselves," or something like that. Anyway, anyway. Thank you, Joanne.
Yeah.
Up next, we've got Wolfrin playing Mirkrith for you guys. How are you, Wolfrin?
I'm good. I'm also kind of along for the ride.
Yeah.
Mirkrith has been fairly quiet. Also had a few things on his mind. But I think generally I'm not usually in on these conversations. I'm just sitting there watching people go wah 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 wah. And this time I can hear it.
I was about to say, I did say that
So-
I would translate for you.
Yeah. So he's kind of like trying to catch up.
Yeah. And I think it's fair to say, like, in general, Mirkrith is more about action than it is about talking. I think it's fair to say. Wouldn't you think?
Yeah.
It definitely seems like it. But we have learned a little bit more about Mirkrith lately. The whole wanting to die, that is your reward for doing a good job. And then there was the whole thing where Aurelius was telling Lucero that Tulpa was lying. And then Tulpa didn't necessarily deny it. When confronted with a message. But we might get more into that today. We'll see. We'll see. Anyways. Thank you, Wolfrin. Up next, we've got Ella playing Makie for you guys. Ella, how's Makie doing?
To be honest, I'm a little relieved that my partner is not joining the service of the scholar, and instead my apprentice, who is now no longer my apprentice because she chose a path of pure magic. A little worried about all the screaming that Mard was doing, which is part of the reason why I volunteered to stay with her while the others go speak with the scholar.
Right on. Fair. Yeah, she got a point of exhaustion, so she's gonna be resting it off, I guess, while you guys are doing
I
it.
think someone else said they were also gonna stay with Mard, but I can't remember who it was.
Do you guys remember?
I thought it was loose.
No,
I think it was Maki.
Makie said she was gonna stay so that Lucero could go continue with the deal with like get our end of the deal from the scholar, because Lucero was the one who was leading all of that. But also Lucero doesn't have medicinal knowledge like Makie does, so
Yeah, yeah. And I think I do remember it coming up, Lucero staying or not staying, and
Lucero wanted to stay, but Makie said she would stay, so Lucero should go.
yeah.
I think it was somebody else. I don't remember if it was Darren or Cursed or Abe and Flo. I don't think Court said she would stay. I don't know. You can always change your mind.
Yeah, I
Stay where?
do not know.
Stay
Yeah.
where? Stay.
Stay with Mard to look after her while the others go talk to the scholar.
I don't remember that at all. I remember the arcane eye.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I remember it coming up with Lucero potentially staying, and me maybe, and I don't know if other people were saying this too, but like somebody's got to talk to the scholar. You guys did all this so you could talk to them, kind of thing.
Yeah. Makie only came to talk to the scholar because she thought that she was gonna have to give up some secrets from heaven,
Yeah.
but they have now paid the price with something else, so she sees her involvement with this part of the matter as done. So
Yeah. Yeah, you guys, I mean, you gave up multiple things. You gave up Mard, you gave up that staff that belonged to another demon prince, the rotting shepherd. And you also let Veiled in Shadow spend some time checking out the hammer. So I mean, in a way, you could say that the hammer is a secret of heaven, I suppose.
I mean, that part was to get him to revive Mard.
Yeah. Altogether,
Yeah.
I think is pretty good payment. Cool. Well, thank you, Ella. And last but not least, we have Zach playing Dayrin / Gander? Question mark? How are you, Zach?
Bad, doing good.
Right on. Okay.
Say, not a huge amount happened last time for me, besides noticing some things and not doing a whole lot about them.
Yeah, you did spot the lock and ward on the door. And you were reading Veil and Shadow, trying to read Veil and Shadow's intentions a little bit. I think you were the first to realize that they were feeding on pain. Basically, you were the first to sort of recognize that.
Yeah.
Pick up on that. Yeah. I mean, you were keeping everyone sort of on the same page with telepathy and stuff the whole time too. Basically trying to put the party in the best situation to negotiate possible. I think that was pretty important. It helped strategize. I think you guys could kind of communicate without Veiled and Shadow being a part of it.
Right.
Definitely helps steer things in your favor for that. So good job. Well, you guys did get things sort of in agreement with Veiled and Shadow. You exchanged Mard. Basically, Mard went through a ritual where Mard was able to get some levels, be a proper contribution to the party, as well as an extra little bonus for signing up with the Hellish Scholar, getting an extra spell through the Pact of Pain. Yeah, Mard has a new master now. And in the meantime, I think you guys were still at Pandemonium Pennies, but you were talking about having you guys get ready to go. Maybe meet the Hellish Scholar. I suppose we can jump back in there. So let me queue up that. There we go. And let me bring you guys over to the screen here. Let's see. Where is it? There's so many screens now. I think it was this one. Yeah. Here we go. So as we fade back in, what do we see? Do we just fade back in at the same spot? we left off. Do you guys want a few minutes to have passed? As some of you are like immediately getting ready to head out the door, or what? Where do you guys want to pick up here? What do you see yourselves doing?
I think we were pretty much ready to go last time.
All right. So here's what I'll do. So we got Mard staying here. Makie. Does everyone else want to go? I'll group you guys up so I can copy you a little more easily here. Build and Shadow, you're gonna chill over there with those guys. All right, I hear no objections.
Don't
Makia,
think
you
so.
put in your thing that Luce gave you the sending stone, right?
I will put it in my notes. Yeah. Then, and the person that has the other one is Quartz, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Alrighty. Okay, yeah. So if I recall, Veiled and Shadow had given you instructions on how to find the Hellish Scholars location. That they would be in a building nearby. That it may be difficult to find it. That for reasons other than it just being a well hidden place, but for reasons of it being the Veiled Scholar whose avatar is manifesting there. So, demon of forbidden knowledge, go figure, it might be hard to find them. So you all hit the streets. You're given a direction, and probably like a distance, like, hey, it should be a few blocks in this direction or whatever, right? But the the streets of the Taboo Enclave are winding, and also there are a few entities moving around between buildings here and there, but it's not like it's super crowded or anything. And a lot of the folks moving about here probably cover their face, wear hoods, that sort of thing, keep to themselves. However, you guys head in the direction looking for what has been described as the ruins of a sort of Gothic, demonic cathedral built from this sort of same black stone we've seen around the Pit of Perdition and the Citadel of Pandemonium might be built out of. And you head in that direction. You do start to find, however, that the streets twist and turn and seemingly lead in circles or dead end at places that don't make sense. Why don't you guys all make survival checks, please?
Oh my god.
There. Sorry, I'm looking for my thingy. Survival. There it is.
Okay.
I think
Ooh.
I'm the one who died.
Holy crap.
Oh my god.
Go there.
All right. I need to take an average here. Let me get out my
Not
calculator.
much, but I'm actually good at that.
Yeah, you might have saved them with that.
Include
Let's
the
see.
NPCs.
Would the psychic whispers have helped at all?
I don't know. Let's read me the effect or paste it in the chat, and we'll take a look at it. I'll see if
I'll
it
put it in.
might help.
There it is.
Creatures you can see in the real sign. You can speak telepathically The chosen creatures can speak telepathically with you, and you can speak telepathically with them as long as you're within a mile. You and the creature don't need to speak common language or understand each other the first time you use this power. Long rest.
So
I mean-
basically, them communicating, I think, like
Yeah,
maybe
without
watch
having to
that.
like worry about the crowd getting in the way of our communication, at least.
'Cause he's already
Up
set
to
it
you.
up.
Just figured I'd mention it.
I'll give you guys advantage on the roll.
So if anybody didn't roll with advantage, roll
Yeah.
again, basically.
Yeah. If you only rolled one die, roll again.
Cool.
Is that anybody? Sorry.
It's Cursed,
Yes.
Lucero.
wait.
There you go.
Okay, yeah, the only one that doesn't would be Quartz. But Quartz already had
Okay, this is
a thing
better.
there.
We're
This
rolling
is so
the,
much better.
the NPCs too, I guess. Sure.
I also got a 20.
I
Woo.
see Ruin rolling. Okay. Tell me what you guys all got.
24.
18.
24,
20.
18, 20. Mirkuth got a 31, right?
14.
In my defense, I only have a 1 in survival, though.
What'd you get, Ferdy?
Yeah.
11.
11. All right.
And Ruin got a 9.
That's gonna detract from the
That
total
poor
for
hamster.
sure.
Yep.
It's so dead.
Hands got a
Said
21
hello.
and Quartz got a 14.
Okay.
I'm so glad I don't have to write everybody got dunked on in my notes right now.
All right. How many people rolled? I mean, it's everybody but Makie and Mard, right? So that'd be 9 people, I assume.
Yeah.
Should
And
be,
Faithless Oro.
What status do I
Did
have
Fateless
right now?
roll?
No.
I don't think any of us have control of Faithless's sheet.
I can
Oh,
I can roll for Faithless if you want.
right. That's only.
Here. Pull her stuff up. Roll 20. Lag. Like really bad. Holy cow. On the DM side, it is. On the player side, it's on the audience side. It's great right now. Okay. Circle of oh, it's because it's there. It is. That should do it. And pull up sheet, please. There we go. There we are. Now load. Okay, so survival's wisdom, right?
Yes.
Yes.
All right.
Wisdom.
Okay.
I think she had survival skills.
Okay. All right. I got you. You guys actually averaged pretty high. Okay. Cool. So you guys do pick up on this. Some maybe Darren, you're able to start picking up on it, or with the use of the communication you're providing all together, you guys are able to sort of pick up on what's happening here. And maybe the decision that fixes it is you start heading directions that seemingly don't make sense at first. But then after, going those directions, they quickly warp around somehow to be aiming you in the correct direction. And in the distance, you do see these sort of towering ruins of this liminal cathedral start to come into view. As you get closer, the air becomes thick with the acrid stench of decay, and maybe the hair on your neck starts to sort of stand up as you start to sort of like feel the weight of ancient dark magic pressing on you. And yeah, you approach this old sort of ruined Gothic cathedral. Let's see here. What once may have been the grand and flawless Gothic structure now stands corrupted, a twisted monument to the Hellish Scholar's dominion over death and forbidden knowledge. The massive iron doors, rusted, hanging precariously on their hinges, creak as they swing inward. Stepping through, you enter a vast, cavernous chamber. The ceiling stretches impossibly high, disappearing into shadows, while great columns adorned with intricate carvings of writhing figures rise to support the weight of the cathedral. The only light in the room comes from the faint, sinister red glow of stained glass windows, each one depicting scenes of infernal damnation. The light they cast paints the room in hues of crimson, accenting the color of blood that soaks the chamber. The floors are grotesque tapestry of death. Corpses, some fresh, others long decayed, lie in intricate macabre patterns. Bodies of men and beasts alike are arranged in ritualistic displays, frozen in grotesque mockeries of courtly dances, their twisted faces and an expression of agony. Each corpse reflects a dark sacrificial purpose, as if it was placed with care to add to the horrific spectacle. At the far end of the room, a towering throne made of bone and blackened iron looms ominously. Crafted from the remains of demonic and mortal creatures alike, the throne is adorned with jagged spines and symbols of infernal power. Seated upon it is a large current form of the Hellish Scholar. His dark crimson robes cascade down his demonic form, embroidered with golden runes of ancient power. Towering, curling horns jut from his head, framing a face that is both terrifying and entrancing. Exuding an air of horrifying confidence and superiority, a pair of massive bat-like wings sprout from his back, folded in like the cloak of some infernal king. His eyes burn with an infernal red light, casting a sinister glow over the pages of the tome he holds open in his lap. As he reads, his hands, which seemingly gripped the armrest, bend backwards as they crack and pop. As his hand closes in the wrong direction, flames flicker in his new palms, casting faint shadows on the page. Though his gaze never wavers, around him, faint embers float in the air like the last remnants of a burned world. His very presence exudes a dark charisma, an undeniable pull that both repels and fascinates. The dim red light from the stained glass windows makes the shadows of the room seem alive, shifting unnaturally, almost as if whispering to the corpses littered across the floor. The eerie glow illuminates pools of blood that reflect the crimson light like mirrors, adding to the sickening atmosphere. Around you, the faint whispers of the damned echo, not from the walls, but seemingly from the souls trapped in this unholy place. The weight of dark arcane energy permeates the air, designed to weaken, to control, and to suffocate all but the most resolute. But most importantly, to give you every possible disadvantage in the presence of this incarnation of omniscience. This infernal cathedral is a domain of dread and dominion, a place where the Hellish Scholar holds court, forever watching and waiting, his intellect and malevolent intent vast beyond measure. As you stand here, you feel his gaze upon you, and a hot ember burning in your mind, analyzing every movement, every thought. A predator in the guise of a scholar. Let me paste you guys on the screen here. And I'll bring you over. If it loads, you should be good. Maybe. There we go. Welcome to the Liminal Cathedral. Here is your Hellish Scholar.
He's got a thing. We can kill him.
Kill him.
So, what do you guys do?
There's
put,
no greeting or anything from this thing.
I mean, it looks
How
at
big
you
is he?
guys. I wanted to give you guys a chance to speak first if you wanted to.
Okay, making sure.
Can I just put a hand on Lucero's shoulder and be like, "You got this," and give him bardic inspiration?
Oh, okay. I thought you were gonna like shove me forward.
Yeah, I kind of thought so too for a minute, to be honest. No, but yeah, that's
I'll
exactly
do that.
that's exactly that's exactly what I wanted to give you the chance to do in case you wanted to do something like that.
You can have inspiration from two different sources, right?
Like
I think so.
yeah, I think like bardic inspiration. Can you double it up? I think you can. Let me see.
This sim is very inspired.
I figured I would do the same to Luce just in case.
Let me check. I think you can.
I don't feel like you can, but I might be misremembering.
Let's see. Can you have multiple bardic inspiration?
I know you can't give bardic
I don't think you
inspiration
can
to
if it's
same
the
person.
same bard.
A
But
creature.
I don't see why you couldn't if it's different ones.
A creature can only have one bardic inspiration die at a time.
Oh, sad.
Okay, yeah.
Instances of the same spell with the same name. You only get the better one.
Yeah, you would just get the most effective
Basically.
one. Yeah. That stands to reason. That's the way it works most of the time. So, Lucero, you
Finally pushes him forward.
You're gonna push Lucero forward now?
Lightly.
Okay. Lucero, do you resist?
Fantastic. No.
Okay.
They know better than to try to resist courts.
Yeah.
They've known each other for too long. About how far from him are we?
Well, you're a bit closer than the rest, but you are probably about 50 feet or so. The rest, like Quartz is right behind you, just pushed you forward, but the rest of the group is a bit further back. And just from what I'm looking at right now, because I did copy and paste you guys somewhere else too, just in case. There might be a battle map, just in case this breaks out into a fight. Would you guys?
No.
Would you guys rather just have me put you on the battle map?
Might as well, at least in case it breaks down.
We might fall into some
Either way,
habits.
I don't think it would be a bad idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
When
You
you know
prepared
your
it already,
players
I think.
too well.
So yeah, that way we could see it either way.
We'll take a look. Here's the battle map.
Ooh.
Take a look. It's in a-
Can I do a perception check to see what's lurking in the shadows? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you can roll perception, take a look around if you want. I don't see why not. Sorry, I'm
I
just
will
snapping
say,
everyone to a square.
sorry to say, but I think you get disadvantage for looking into shadows.
Let me take a look at something here.
Oh no, it's just looking at everything.
Right, but if you're specifically looking into the dim light shadows, you get
Oh,
disadvantage.
Let me take a look at this guy. 'Cause I
Oh,
know
yeah.
he's-
That'd be my question. Just because I know, because I have something that like negates that.
Also, while you're doing that, I'm just gonna speak this command word.
Gem of Seeing is recharged in action. You speak the gem's command word and expend 1 charge for the next 10 minutes. You have true sight out to 120 feet when you
there you go.
peer through the gem. You
So
notice...
there's a little monocle on my eyes.
Yeah. You notice immediately when you activate this, you look up at the throne and it is empty.
Ah,
Surprise, surprise.
Neat.
am I still close enough to Lucero to whisper?
I
that
throw
to
a
her?
psychic blade. No, I'm kidding.
Psionic scream? No.
You still feel this
We still have-
presence. It's not like you get the sense that there's no one here or anything. It's just that they're clearly... I think you would probably actually make an Arcana check. I mean, you don't have to roll high, like super high here, of course.
Arcana, what is it? 13.
13. It might have been an illusion, like what you were seeing on the throne.
Mm-hmm.
That might be what's going on
But
here.
am I close enough to Lucero to be able to just like tell them in a whisper, or no?
We also had the psychic whisper through Candor.
No, she does not, because she has
I'm
mind
not
blink.
in there.
Oh, right, the mind blade.
I mean, you just pushed Lucero forward, so I think that provides you an opportunity to sort of whisper it. I tell you what, make a stealth check.
Yeesh. Nope. I say it loudly.
Yeah, you try to be quiet, but you just hear the acoustics of the room. Yeah, like it just echoes and really carries through the room. Couple things. Diviners, you crit on your perception. As you turn and look at the room, you notice immediately the door you walked in is gone. It is a wall.
Oh,
Let's see here. I'm looking to see anything else you might notice here. Can you make an investigation?
yeah. How far did we walk from the place where when we met Build and Shadow, and from here to there?
I mean, overall distance as the crow flies, it's probably not super far. I'm thinking maybe like 5 to 10 city blocks distance.
Yeah, I
So,
remember
in
we asked about it
time-wise-
last session, and we were told that it's within the mile.
Yes.
Because Darren's thing is you have to be within a mile.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, it's within a mile. Okay, let me take a look here. It's not high enough, unfortunately. Nothing.
I was wondering if I could still see from if I still have my arcane eye, because it's an hour.
Oh. Sure, I'll allow it, but it's about to run out. What does it give you?
Let's see.
Let's see. Invisible magical eye.
Just basically see.
Normal vision, dark vision. Okay. Do you just want to be able to move it around?
And around, yeah.
Did we have a let me see if I can give you a little token for it. I'll tell you.
I had a token for it at some point. I don't remember what it looked like though.
Yeah. It was when
That was all the way back in the party.
yeah, Fateless Sorrow.
Oh, we had a token for the arcane eye?
Yeah, it was a green.
Either way, doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to it. I'm looking for it. I don't see it anywhere.
Any eye'll work.
Yeah.
All right. Any eye will work. All right. We'll
Just
just.
gonna find like the creepiest thing out there.
Plops Bill Cipher down.
I'll probably just grab the one that I just pasted for a second there on the screen.
Yep.
Here you go.
Oh.
And
Curse turned into an eye.
let me give you
God.
control over the token.
If only.
Let's see here. There you are. And I'll give the token vision and dark vision 30 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Save. All right. Okay. Let me check.
There's nothing above us. Like,
you look up.
yeah.
There's nothing that you don't see anything. Like I described, the ceiling kind of goes for a while. It disappears into darkness at the edge of your vision. Do you move the arcane eye up?
Yeah, I think I can go. There is no limit to how far away the eye can move, but it can't. So until I can.
Yeah. You move it up after about 90 feet or so. The eye, you do see something at the edge of your vision.
What eldritch abomination is it this time?
It's the Hellish Scholar.
What? They're
Yeah.
up above?
Yeah. Up, hiding up, like sitting on an alcove in the ceiling,
Oh, I see.
God, where'd he go?
looking down. Here, I'll put the token right here.
How high up is that?
I think they're at, in
90.
total, they're at like 150 feet. Something like that.
150. Okay.
Ah, but he wouldn't expect an entire party that has brooms.
We do have fucking pros.
Yeah.
Well, not
We
all the
dance out.
NPCs, but I think all of the PCs do.
I
you
take
wanna-
Anders'
Oh,
broom, I
sorry.
flip it
If you
upside
want to,
down, I
if you
hold it
want
at
to
him.
fight this guy, you can. It might be the last mistake you ever
I just
make.
thought it was funny that we technically kind of accidentally
We can't
broke
get
this
to
one.
him.
You left two of your party members at a different location, and not all of you can fly up there to actually do the fight. But you're welcome to try. I'm not going to stop you.
I mean, half the party has ranged attacks, so
And I could give somebody my broom because I have the fly spell.
There you go.
Same.
You can also cast fly on multiple people if you upcast it, I think.
I can't with my because
okay.
it's from a item.
Oh, okay.
I can.
Let's see here. Just looking at other stuff, just in case there might be something else going on. Okay.
But yeah, no, we're not necessarily going to attack right this second. Just funny.
Yeah. It's fine. So, a couple of you have taken some actions here. Do any of you say anything? Lucero, you get pushed forward. Do you speak?
Well, first does Abenfo let the rest of the party know? that-
Yeah. Yeah, he's up there.
You do have the mental thing.
Oh, right, but it's only through you, right? And then you have to tell.
Well, yes, I'm just making sure that you
Yeah.
know.
I let you know, like,
Yeah,
I see this figure up in the air.
unless otherwise stated, just assume that I like communicate anybody that
Yeah.
says that they communicate things.
So yeah, immediately, the group has picked up on the fact that they were basically using magical illusion to make a copy of themselves on the
Yeah.
throne.
I mean, it's a smart thing. If anybody attacks you, they just attack an illusion.
does that mean his hands don't actually bend backwards? It's just his illusion. He's doing it as an illusion to freak everyone out.
Possibly.
Loose from Quartz's shoving would have stepped up and probably would have opened their mouth to talk before looking straight up.
Oh no.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you look up.
Would you care to actually join us?
Dang.
Yeah, you don't see it because it's past the edge of your vision in the darkness, so you don't seem like disappear from above, but I guess the arcane eye does. And then the projected image on the throne sort of flickers and distorts for a moment before he appears in the chair. His seated pretty much exactly the same as in the picture. His fingers sort of tapping on the armrest of the chair, almost like impatiently. He says, let me see if I can find a decent voice for this guy.
You wanted an audience. You have it. Speak.
Well, I mean, from the sounds of it, we've already given our end of the bargain. Now it's time for you to hold up your end and help us get that key.
I don't think we told them about the key.
I think Field and Shadow mentioned.
Shadow already knew about it, yeah.
Oh, did he? Okay.
Yeah.
I think I just remember we were purposefully not going to tell them about it because we didn't want them to know about a way to get to heaven. But I guess if they already knew.
I know, Shadow already knew about it.
One second, sorry, I'm having some issues.
His form starts glitching again.
I understand you've come to an agreement with my champion.
If that's what you want to call it, yes.
We are eager to assist in this matter, Lucero. But it is a shame you could not join us. We have looked forward to this meeting for some time now.
Well, I mean, if you're willing to take a delayed promise, the golfer's still on the table.
And what could we offer you to convince you to stay?
A wish spell that doesn't go through Heaven's fountain.
A wish spell. that is all. I thought maybe you would plead for the freedom of your student. Or children, perhaps.
You hear a giggle, a familiar one, from the shadows at the corner of the room.
Their eyes would dart over.
Some of them are here with us.
Your proof?
Proof, you said. Simply look.
Do we see your eyes glance over in that direction? Are you hesitant to look? Like, what does it look like?
They would look.
I will say this. There's no check you can make here. I mean, you can roll a perception check if you want. But what you see is any child who has passed away. I know that we've talked a little bit about this, and some of them have been reincarnated, and maybe some of them even reach enlightenment and are in heaven. But what you would see is, when you look, is just at the edge of your vision, one of your children who has passed away, standing there staring at you.
Ort?
Yes.
Are they real?
Can I check if they're real? If they're an illusion or not?
You can make an investigation check if you'd like.
They have the gem of
Yeah,
seeing
it's
with the
true
true sight.
sight.
It's the true sight.
Oh, right. Yeah, you have true sight.
Yeah, they have true sight.
You don't see anything. When you look. Actually, you don't see anything in the spot that Lucero points to. But make a perception check. You see like somewhere nearby. You see a silhouette, a familiar one, but their back is turned towards you. When you look, you swear you see his bald head start to turn to look over his shoulder at you. But he disappears. Like it's hard to tell because it happens so fast. You might almost think that your eyes are playing tricks on you at first. But it's definitely Rifa. Like you recognize the pattern on his robe. Then you hear a voice. You hear the creature on the throne say,
He has already failed them. Has no one told you yet?
Is that just to me, or is that to everyone out loud?
I mean, everyone can hear it, but it's clearly directed at you.
Told me what?
highest guide. You were not there to stop it.
Well, if he died, then he was doing his duty to the Archon. I turn to Lucero and say, I don't see anything to where he pointed.
Can we like insight this guy?
Sure, you can. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. Gonna do that.
Yeah.
Where is it? There it is.
I just want to remind you though that I did this on myself before. Just like
Yeah, they're not affected by like psychic stuff.
All right. Okay. I take it back then. He wouldn't know what you're seeing. So he probably would not say that.
Okay. Quarth will just say, I don't see anything to where you're pointing.
He's going to insight check you. So make a deception roll. And let me roll for against you guys. Insight check in secret here really quick.
Wait, I'm doing a deception roll for...
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to say, tell me if I lose because I can roll to increase that.
Roll to increase it.
Okay. Where'd it go? 38, actually.
Okay, you succeed.
Okay, I will take that one away.
Yeah, he seems to be being manipulative and dishonest. Like you can barely detect it. It's so difficult to detect that like this guy's whatever this thing is clearly a master in deception.
Yeah.
They are lying. They're lying with the truth, if that makes sense. Like they're clearly being deceptive and manipulative.
They're twisting things.
Yeah.
They're not necessarily full on lying.
I think it's fair to say you would know that you should not trust anything they say. I mean, it's obvious with them being a demon of forbidden knowledge, but like I think you would know immediately like everything this thing is saying could be lies. Like what this seems dishonest. This thing is lies.
Right.
That's kind of how deep it goes with a roll that high, I think.
Yeah, I'll definitely share that to the group that has the mental connection.
They rolled a 35.
Jesus.
And I was going to insight check somebody, right? Who was I insight checking?
Courts. For saying that they don't see anything.
Right.
You wanted me to do a deception check, you said?
Yeah.
I'm confused as to why I'm doing deception, but okay.
What was the last thing you said? Sorry. You said
that she doesn't see anything. Because at first,
because you see
Rifa thing,
you see it. You still see Rifa. It's just that the Hellish Scholar doesn't know. He's not reading your mind, so he can't tell. It's not like the thing you're seeing has nothing to do with like what the Hellish Scholar is actively doing. He wasn't reading your mind and projecting the image of Rifa. You still see Rifa. It's just that the Hellish Scholar doesn't know.
Yeah, it's a skill that projects an image. Your true sight allows you to not see it. But if you've ever looked in that direction without the true sight, then you saw it. So that would technically be lying to say there was nothing there.
Well, but Lucer asked, is there something there? She pointed to a spot. You said I saw nothing, but I saw a rifle in a different spot.
Oh, I see. All right, devil worshiper here. You're technically correct, which is the best kind of correct. What you're saying is I'm
To
sad.
Lucero's question, there's
Yeah.
nothing there.
Got you. You don't need. Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
You don't need to roll anything. You're fine. You're chill. My bad. I misunderstood.
No,
This
whole
why
situation seems like it's rife with craziness, so don't worry.
that's why you're allowed to argue with the DM at the table, guys.
Yeah, that's I was confused. I was like, I'm technically telling the truth. I don't understand.
Yeah.
All right, sorry. Continue.
Luce is going to like smile softly at Quartz before turning back to the scholar. As a parent, while it would sadden me to see one of my children here, I can only guide them in the directions they should go. What they do next is up to them. Their steps are theirs. Their paths they take are theirs alone.
Indeed, we all must walk our own path. Some more twisted than others. So, yours led you to me, asking for my aid. Meanwhile, heaven burns itself. You are stuck here, unable to stop it. Why should I let you leave?
Because if heaven falls, so will here. And you know it.
Yeah, you don't have to roll. You immediately get the sense that you're right about that. You can feel it in the air, like a disdain for your words. Like you can feel this thing, like the hatred.
It hates the fact that I'm right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, perhaps. The perfectionist will undo it all. Even still, I should not send you home in a hurry. By the end of it, I think there will hardly be any of heaven left. Not enough to stand in our way, at least. Do you think you can save them all? You've already lost so much while you've been here.
All we can do is try.
Try then, but know that in the end you will serve us anyway. Nothing you do can change that. The fountain leaks.
And simply make a patch.
You have done so for too long. 10 millennia of patches. Heaven is running out.
Well, then maybe a bit of anger will fix things.
Maybe a bit of anger will fix things. A scroll ripples into existence in the air in front of you, Lucero.
What does?
A scroll. Let me see if I can find. Not really. I can't really find a picture of a scroll, which is weird. You would think it would be like a super... Oh, here we go. This will be fine. Oop, this guy. Ripples, like just pops into existence, like floating, like, I don't know, like chest height in front of you. Through the bit of exposed, like vellum or whatever that you can see, you see like magical runes. You hear
Do I
the voice.
see it, or is it an illusion?
Yeah, you look over with the eye, and yeah, you see it. You see it floating there. You also see the magical runes on it. The voice says,
I am a generous master, Lucero, a gift to aid you against the beast. This will get you inside his citadel.
I don't know why it said that like that. Citadel? Oh, it's hard to say for some reason. In that voice.
They have their hands underneath the scroll. They haven't quite touched it yet. And I will be able to go to heaven one last time. Yes?
Oh.
They are like staring the scholar down. They haven't touched the scroll yet.
Yes, to slay the perfectionists. You should know. If you disobey this bargain, Lucero, you die. There will be no return this time. We offer you no wish. It is not within our control to grant it. But we do offer aid.
Then what can you give me?
One second, I'm looking to see what they can give you, if anything. Hang on. Come on. Can he do it? I think he can. I think you can technically do it.
You should know. Should our agreement fail, Aurelius will likely slay me. Here's what I offer you. I can remove his claim on your soul. And I can let you see through his illusion. However, you should know, if your mind is not disciplined enough, you may go insane.
If I kill him, his claim goes anyways.
I can take it away now.
It could prove useful.
I guess I would say insight on that offer just in case.
Yeah, roll insight.
Because personally, you did the thing, so it's like I'm pretty sure that you're doing that. But it's like as a character, I would definitely be suspicious. So, only 23. I'll probably have to do the side bolstered.
Yeah, you're gonna have to. You're gonna have to push that up.
31.
Okay, you beat him.
Nice.
He rolled 28. Okay, so he's not being dishonest here, but he's still trying to. He rolled persuasion. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
He's still trying to. I don't know. Push you. Yes, is the best way to put it.
Yeah, that makes sense. He's pushing the deal.
Wouldn't severing the connection just make him realize something's wrong?
Likely, yes. But his influence will be gone. You have felt it, haven't you? Swaying your decisions ever since you were brought back. You may have taken control back temporarily, Lucero. But his voice will return, more convincing than before. Perhaps convincing enough to sway you.
Let the dreamer try.
Yeah, he makes a face. Darren, you pick up on like disappointment.
I am definitely trying to hide a smirk with that.
I must admit I am a bit disappointed in the princess here.
Is that so?
I would have thought if anyone here would be willing to lay their lives down for their people, it would have been the Princess of the Void.
That is adorable.
It seems you're just as lazy as the Arcana.
You do not understand the way things work here. Perhaps you will learn soon enough.
I guess we'll see. And then gonna snatch up the scroll.
Yeah, you grab the scroll. It doesn't disappear. You actually grab it. Yeah, you look back to maybe your eyes glance in that one direction of the room, and the figure you'd seen steps back into the shadows and disappears. Diviners, you notice the door you entered in reappearing on the wall. The scholar says,
Go then. Get your key. Return to the fountain. Be expecting us. We will see you soon.
Hopefully, you like what you get when I return.
do you guys leave? Is that the end of the conversation?
Don't think I have anything else. I don't think we have anything else to do there.
I wait for Lucero's lead.
Lucero would turn to head out, but they would be the last to leave.
Yes.
Okay.
Alrighty.
But there's no door, right? There's no door.
The door.
No, there is. It just
There is.
reappeared.
It reappeared.
Oh, yeah.
When they get to the doorway, they're gonna turn back to the scholar and go, "In my absence, if anything happens to my apprentice that you have taken on, Aurelius will be the least of your worries."
In my absence, if anything happens to the apprentice.
Tomorrow,
Yeah.
while they're gone to heaven.
Yeah, I mean,
It would not benefit us.
my.
Slave.
Companion.
Property.
Friend.
So Lucero, are we heading out now, or?
They'll leave.
All right. You guys go back to the Pandemonium Picnics?
Yes.
All right. I'll just pop us back over to that screen. You all walk back in.
While they were gone, did I find anything wrong medically with Mard?
I don't think so. I don't think there's anything like medically wrong with Mard. Just needs to rest.
Okay.
The process has clearly worn Mard down in general physically. Yeah, like their body would be like exhibiting signs of having undergone a lot of stress recently. Like, I don't know, the same as if you had maybe hiked up a mountain, or so they seem like particularly weak.
So
you know.
then Maki's probably making sure she drinks water to stay hydrated and all that good stuff.
Yeah, like it seems she just needs some time to recover. Drink
The little
fluids. Yeah.
TLC.
Yeah. Make sure you
So
hydrate.
I guess after giving her a physical checkup, Maki just kind of sits with her for moral support and would have waited to see if her companions mentally or telepathically, see if Darren telepathically messaged her about anything going on.
Yeah, I would have kept up to date with everything. So all of the various
So she got like a play-by-play.
Oh yeah, she was getting the whole thing.
Oh,
And
I'm
then
getting
he
slapped again
said-
when we come back.
I mean, I don't know. Ella doesn't know what the full play-by-play is because I had to take my headphones off. The filter was triggering misophonia. But I got some of it, so I guess she will stand up and cross her arms. And she did already say this to Darren through the link, but she will say it again. And that is, should have made him give us his end of the bargain before letting them take Mard as one of theirs.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Not happy about it. Oh, there's a weird scroll. Oh, there's more deals being made. Oh, good. As things go, I'm just like, you're gonna have to ask. Luce about this when he comes back.
You talk to your husband yourself.
You forgot I had them in
up.
the mental group chat, huh?
She will walk right up to you and say, "Are you going to explain to me what happened today?"
They just get like down in the cow position.
So
They know what's coming.
you did go ahead and secure like your way into the Citadel, supposedly with this scroll. I think that's what he said.
Okay.
However,
Yeah.
the scholar was pretty like, I don't know if confident is the right word, but basically like threatening
Dickish.
you. Yeah. Yeah, dickish for sure. Yeah, go figure. The demon would be a bad guy. Oh, it's crazy to think that.
I know, it's so crazy.
But yeah, I mean, was basically threatening like, oh, we can strike heaven when it's at its weakest. Like, you go back there and take care of Aurelius, we get you, and then we can move on heaven. They'll be weak. They're tearing each other apart. We should keep you here as long as possible so that they kill each other more. Like, all this other stuff too. Like, they.
Except if we save the fountain, they will just likely die upon entering heaven. Isn't that what we're worried about with our current companions going with us?
Yeah.
Maybe.
I thought we were worried about painting the fountain.
About what?
Painting the fountain. I
Painting?
thought introducing certain things could taint it.
Painting.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
taint it.
taint.
Yeah. And also, like, if all the Arcana are dead, like, who's to say what could happen? You know, like, I've mentioned before that, like,
the new Arcana.
I've mentioned before that,
I mean,
like,
if the fountain dies, all of these creatures like die too because they're just gonna starve without any source of light.
Yeah, that is.
That's
true.
why Luce was pointing out, like, if heaven falls, like, you guys are screwed.
yeah, and that's
You're
what
gonna fall too.
that's what they're saying. Like, yeah, you're right about that, but also, like, it would be in our best interest to send you back to beat Aurelius, like, as late in the game as we can, right? Like,
Yeah.
if when the Arcana are at their weakest possible, like, we should make the Arcana as weak as possible, but still win the fight. Basically, is kind of what they're saying. And that way, if we wanted to, we could come in afterwards and sweep up, maybe, or because they're enemies of the Arcana still, right? That's kind of what they're saying, or kind of what he's saying, at least. I mean, I have said before, like, if Arcana aren't there, who knows what could happen? Reality could come unraveled if there's not all the Arcana where they're supposed to be. You know, for example, if there's not a fool right now. If that stays that way, that could be bad news bears for reality itself, potentially. Who knows what the long lasting effects
There's
could
no
be.
access to him, right?
Yeah.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O.
It's not like I have a plan for what could happen. Maybe for next campaign or something.
No, that wouldn't make any sense. We never prepare anything.
Might be something I've mentioned to you guys before. Certain setting might be kind of interesting.
Nah.
Shenanigans? No way.
Shenaniganery.
We got
Shenaniganery.
Lucero on their hands and knees.
Yep.
Bowing.
Lucero gains the prone
Explaining
condition.
all this.
Yeah. Explaining everything as Makie just stands there with her arms crossed. I actually don't have any idea why Lucero is doing this. I did not. There's only two things that I actually got messaged to me while you guys were in there, and that's
Yeah, there was a bunch of
Scholar
stuff.
tried to use a fake one of your kids against Lucero, and then also he's pretty much totally dishonest in relation to the Scholar, and that's all I got.
Lucero essentially used himself as a delayed bargaining chip.
Oh. Explain more of this.
I can go back to heaven one more time. And then I must return.
I thought you already paid the price for their help.
They'll pull out the scroll.
What does the scroll say?
What does the scroll say?
Yeah.
All right.
That's exactly what popped into my head.
I hate it here.
So you're wanting to like read the scroll and see what it is, or are you wanting to like read the scroll? That's what I'm asking.
Would I recognize the spell in the scroll?
You might make an Arcana check. Let me see here. I think that's how it works. Hold on.
Maki is just not sure why, in answer to her question, Lucero pulled out a scroll. So, like, what does that have to do with what I'm asking you?
If the spell is on your class's spell list, you can use an action to read the scroll and cast its spell without having to provide any of the components. Otherwise, the scroll is unintelligible. I think it's a spell that would be on your class list.
Is it Arcane Lock?
Hang on, let me check. Arcane Lock is to lock something, so I think so. I don't think that's what it is. Isn't that?
We can
isn't
also.
Let me check. I'll check Arcane Lock. You touch a closed door, and it becomes locked. Yeah, it locks things.
Or I guess it's Knock.
Yeah, there you go. It's Knock. It's actually, yeah.
Like a super enhanced version of it.
Yeah, it's a super enhanced Knock / like dispel magic or something. Essentially, like, if you could upcast Knock, it would be like a 9th level Knock spell. Can you upcast Knock? You can't upcast Knock.
No.
Can you? No. Okay.
Technically, I don't think so.
It
I mean,
doesn't get
I guess you could. It
benefit
doesn't
from
do
being
anything for it.
upcast. Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, so
Maybe
you can
open
always
more
upcast
doors.
things. It's just sometimes things like don't do anything different.
Yeah. Okay.
Does Lucero explain what this scroll is all about? Makie is still very confused about like what happened. What is
They will
this have
then
to do with anything?
they will then have to explain that they were trying to get a spell scroll that didn't go through heaven.
What?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. A spell scroll that doesn't go through heaven.
That the magic doesn't go through heaven.
Ah. He also offered to get rid of Aurelius's influence on you, and you said no. You said, I can take care of that myself.
Oh my gosh. I mean, okay, so
It could prove useful.
you are coming back here to serve the scholar in exchange for this one spell that you haven't explained what you're going to use it for.
This is what we will use to get into the Prince of Madness's domain.
Yes.
I'm gonna point at Mard and say, I thought the price for that was already paid.
There
He's
is
gonna
more.
turn to Veiled in Shadow and say, I think the deal was null and void as far as Mard is concerned.
No. No. Sorry. No, it's actually not. Like the Hellish Scholar said, I thought you would have tried to save Mard or one of your children. They tried to tempt you with that. You did not take that, if I recall.
No.
Yeah. So, yeah, you did not take that deal.
Luce is not telling Makie that.
I will remind you, Ella has no idea because she had to take her headphones off. So right now,
Yeah.
Makie is just as confused as Ella is.
At one point, player to player, at one point, the scholar tried to show us like a, I'm going to assume like a shade or an illusion of
It was
one of their children.
I did say in the chat it was not technically not an illusion. You can decide what that means.
That's why I said maybe a shade. But Quartz let Luce know that it was not real.
No, not real, I don't think.
Quartz didn't see it.
She didn't see anything, is what she said.
Your sight can pick up on ghosts and things.
It can. I'm just saying technically what happened. There may be a reason that I'm saying that. I'm just saying it was not an illusion for the mechanics purposes. But also Quartz did not see it. That's all I'm saying. You can decide what that means. Quartz can still tell you that it wasn't real if that's what Quartz wants to do. That's fine. I'm just saying that's all I'm saying. It might be for mechanical reasons.
Quartz basically answered the question. The question was, is there anything there? And I said, I see nothing to where you're pointing at.
And with Quartz saying that the Hellish Scholar that they originally saw on the throne earlier, Luce is assuming that it was not real or an illusion.
Yeah, fair. That's what you want to assume. You can do that.
But like they also said their children's paths are theirs alone, and while parents can attempt to guide them, that is their paths.
Yeah.
But they know the kind of fit Makie would probably have if she found out that even the potential none of her children are down in the void.
Yeah. So here's my question. Are you telling Makie that it wasn't real? Because you don't know that.
Oh, they're not telling her at all.
Okay.
Oh, but
I'm just letting Ella know.
Okay.
But Darren already said that something about a fake one of your kids, so
Yeah.
Then you will have to bring that up because otherwise Lisa's not going to tell you.
Darren doesn't know either. I think it'd be fair for Darren to assume that it was fake too. So
I literally shared whatever Quartz said. So
I'm just trying to decide in my head if anybody needs to roll deception, and I don't think so. I don't think anybody needs to roll deception against Makie. That's all. Sorry.
Well,
continue.
We're all very confused by this encounter.
As far as Makie is concerned, the Hellish Scholar did not uphold his end of the bargain and force Lucero to, add more payment just for them to help us when they said they would already help us. So she still...
Very much did not force, by the way. Very much did not force. I don't think so. I think more just talked Lucero into it. It kind of seemed like, I don't know. That's what it seemed like to me. From my end. There was the implication of force with the door disappearing, I suppose. The implication of all right, now you can't leave.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, she's still gonna tell Build and Shadow, I don't like deal breakers.
No deals were broken. Perhaps you should get better at making them. We've had a lot of practice. We do have more assistance to offer, though.
We won't be hearing any more of that unless the assistance is part of what we already paid for.
That's what he's saying, dear.
Yes, you've done so much to aid us already. Veiled in Shadow holds out another scroll from under their robe.
And this is?
Something to aid you in the Citadel.
Ooh.
We understand the magics of the place tend to, well, drive one mad, obviously. This should help you fight against it. Scroll. Greater restoration. We had hoped to offer you more. We had another scroll prepared. True resurrection, but we've had to use it. Meaning, like, I was going to give you the scroll of true resurrection, but you made me waste it on Mard.
You made us pay for something that you were gonna give us anyways.
Of course. The best kind of deal. More beneficial.
Makie is gonna turn to stare. Like, Lucero can't see what expression she has, but she's starting to stare at Lucero.
This thing is just like drinking in the anger and all like the...
Definitely doing
Lucero
it on
has like
purpose.
heavy beads of sweat.
Like, you're just like feeding this demon so well. Like, he's so happy.
So tasty.
Like, man, I wish these naive outsiders could come around all the time.
It sounds like Lucero's not very good at making deals. So, what is our plan now? Exactly. Lucero?
Well, I guess if everybody's feeling up to it, no time like the present.
So, what is our plan now?
If
scroll.
everybody's feeling up.
The scroll my master provided will get you in the front door. Simply use it there. We've sent another spy in before with instructions to map out what they could. Stash their information near the entrance if possible. They've been gone some time. They are likely dead or lost. Should you find
Well,
them,
if you're asking us to help them, that's out of the question. We've done enough for you already.
help them. No, simply informing you that you may find their gear, their information. If they followed instructions, they would have left some information near the entrance.
Well, if we're headed to this place, we could do a bit of preparation. Is anyone hungry?
I could eat.
Sure.
I can eat.
I don't need to eat anymore.
I'm really
She can
quite
eat.
satiated.
It doesn't stop it from being fun.
No,
I have
no
a
food
snack.
for you. And they're like pointing up at Shadow.
Yeah, Shadow was saying, no, really, I'm quite satiated. You guys fed me so well. Just kind of like rubbing it in a little bit.
No food for
Kirk just
you.
looked at him like, "But fuck off."
Don't make me feed you something else.
Feed you a
Second
knuckle.
No,
plate.
not like he needs any more stat boosts.
Feed you a knuckle
Play a happy
sandwich.
song and see
No,
if that
psychic
makes him hungry.
blade.
Do you psychic blade? You
Psychic
can.
blade.
You can psychic
No.
blade. Okay.
You can
Alright.
start a fight right here.
Quartz is
I could
gonna
like
Alright,
make
I
one and like
cannot
dangle
win.
it in front of him, like, don't make me feed you something else.
Can you now?
spend 10 minutes to do this.
All right. Yeah, you make a hero's feast.
And I just picture it sort of like that scene with our fairy godmother does bibbity bobbity boo, and then she sort of out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Who did we decide does the roll for the hit point max? Is it each person or is it the person that casts the spell?
I'm fine with either.
I thought we did each person.
Okay, making sure. I thought that was the case, but I couldn't remember 100%.
Well, I thought it was Quartz last time because I remember we all had 12 temporary hit points.
Oh,
Yeah, I think it's just one person does it.
Just remember
Okay,
that
let me-
Mard
Either way.
is still exhausted. Has not taken a long rest.
While we're here at the library, can I like identify any good tomes here? Magical ones, if there are any.
Maybe.
16.
Okay. So okay, your HP. Let me see. Let me see about tomes, maybe. Make a oh, you're identifying. What are you casting it on?
It's I'm gonna ritual cast it. So it'll take like 11 minutes.
Okay. Does it have
Well, Quartz is
it does have a ritual option, I think. It just doesn't
Yes.
say it on the card.
Identifies ritual.
Does it say that on the card? It should be on the card. I don't see it.
there's an R on it.
I just want. I'm not seeing it in the Roll20 chat. Is all. I think they're supposed.
Yeah, for whatever reason, it doesn't have it on there.
They're supposed to be one there.
Yeah, it does say if you pull up the spell, it says identify first level divination and.
Oh no, it does right
Here.
there.
Ritual.
Identify divination 1 ritual. Oh no, wait.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Oh,
It
yeah,
says
that's
ritual.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
For some reason, it's not on Even Flows.
Theirs, yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
That's weird. Huh.
All right. So I'm guessing you're trying to spot, I guess, good tomes.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna plan to use that on the tome you find, supposedly, to identify it. Is that the plan?
Mm-hmm.
Um.
I don't know. This is a scholar area, man. See something weird.
Yeah. Okay. Make a perception check.
Can I use investigation instead, since I'm
Sure.
investigating?
Sure.
Okay, I'll also use my lucky flash of genius to help me.
Oh. Okay. You spot two of them that are clearly magical tomes.
Ooh.
Hang on. You might actually have three. Let me check. Yeah. Is the fourth one too? There's four of them. They're clearly magical. There's there's a fifth one that's not. There's a fifth one that's just like a normal tome that you spot that's actually kind of interesting, but it's not a magical one. You're pretty sure just like glancing at it. But with your critical success, yeah, I mean there are 4 tomes in the room, here's my question. Are you trying to stealthily do this?
No.
Okay. You're just checking out the area. Yeah, you walk around the room investigating. Yeah, you spot a few pretty important tomes. I'll put them in alphabetical order here. And you can tell me which one you're wanting to cast identify on, I guess.
I think you can identify and because I think it's
an
you
object.
can choose one object. Yeah. Oh, it's just one object. Okay.
I'm assuming this is going on at the same time that the casting of Heroes Feast is going on.
Yeah, because it takes an hour for us to like eat, anyways.
Mirkuth, I got something for you too. You get a message from Tulpa, but I'll get to that in a second. So, Ferdy, which one are you wanting to identify first? You can just say 1, 2, 3, or 4.
Where is it?
Well, they're all on shelves around the room.
Oh, let's do. I'll roll a d4 for it.
Okay. 4. The first one you identify is a Tome of Understanding. Let me copy the. There you go.
This book contains intuition and insight. Plus, how much? 2?
Okay, this book contains intuition and insight exercises, and its words are charged with magic. If you spend 48 hours over a period of 6 days or fewer studying the book's contents and practicing its guidelines, your wisdom score increases by 2, as does your maximum for that score. The manual then loses its magic, but regains it in a century.
If you tell Makie about this, she would totally want that.
Yeah, I'm mostly like, oh, who's the wisest one here? And I try to scan the rooms, like, hey, Mackie, I think this book might be beneficial for you.
I think Mirkrith also scales off of wisdom, right?
Yeah. But not the book reading type.
But
so I don't think there will be.
Yeah, that's exactly.
That's true. That's true. Makie will head over. What is it?
I love that we're just
It's a
plucking
book.
books off this man's shelves.
Hey, you haven't taken them yet, have you?
No, I'm just like seeing from the, like the.
I assumed you were just
spine.
pointing. Yeah, I assumed you were like, you checked it out and then you put it back and pointed it out. Like, I mean, if you're going to steal that, he's like standing there watching you. Like, if you're going to steal that, you haven't even tried to hide anything. If you're going to steal it,
No.
he's going to see you. So,
Maybe we could borrow it.
Just theft.
What do you think?
Why do I want to borrow a book?
It seems like it's a very powerful tome. It might make you understand more. You've been confused about your love, your marriage, I guess.
I mean, that's more due to miscommunication than my own ability to understand things.
But based on what I'm getting, this will help you clear your thoughts. You just have to read it. we could borrow it. Maybe we could have a library card or something.
Do you tell her that it loses its magic after it's read?
No.
Because I don't think she would know that, unless it says in the book somewhere.
Maybe it's like those small prints.
Small print.
Teeny tiny in the very back corner of the cover. The back cover.
Hey, can we borrow this book? I point to Veiled Shadow.
No. We've already made an arrangement. Unless you have something else to offer.
I think we're done offering you things. You've already taken more than you have provided.
I agree with what she's saying.
This would help us, as you promised you would do.
And I resurrected your friend, trained them to aid you, given you a way into this beast's citadel, given you an additional scroll.
Well, you were gonna give us 2, and then you didn't, so...
Yeah.
I simply gave it to you early. You still benefited.
The scholar didn't give me what I asked for.
You made us pay for you to use it. That's not the same thing. We paid for the price of getting that scroll, which means you didn't actually give us 2 scrolls.
What? You're reaching here, I think, a bit, Ella.
He said he was gonna give it to us.
Yeah, but you wanted him to res Mard, and that was the only way he had to do it, so he used it to res Mard. Yeah.
Yeah, so he didn't give it to us, though. He made us pay for it. Therefore, he did not actually give us 2 scrolls like he was going to do, because one of them got paid for already.
You made the deal you made. There's no going back on it now.
Yep. She's gonna look over at Martin and say, well, I guess he's not helping us to the full extent that they promised, so I guess you don't work for them anymore.
Are you sure that's what you want to do? She can drop dead now. She violates the agreement.
He's not violating it. You are.
He's not violating it. You're trying to change it now. That's what's happening here.
I recall him saying that they would give us a ton of resources to deal with the prince, and so far all they've done is force us to make more deals to get the resources that we paid for.
Yeah. They're demons.
Shouldn't have let them use such vague wording in your deal.
Yeah. We're exactly specific about it.
He gave vague wording, therefore Makia is making the most of his vague wording.
So define a huge amount of resources, because like last I checked, True Resurrection costs 25,000 gold.
Yeah, but True Resurrection has nothing to do with the deal that they would help us with the prince, because Lucero paid he said, I will allow you to check out my weapon in
Luce
exchange
did pay for it by
her.
using the weapon.
That was a totally different deal. It has absolutely nothing to do with what Makia is talking about.
Yeah, and he said, well, I was going to give you the scroll.
It doesn't matter. He paid for it. Therefore, he's still...
So why should I give you this random tone that you just decided you wanted?
Because he's not giving us all the resources that he said he was going to give us.
But he didn't
to be equal.
He didn't name any specific resources that he's going to give you. First of all,
exactly. He wasn't specific. Therefore, Makie is adding more.
They've given
because
you.
he was not specific to his resources. And
You add more
really
before the
didn't
deal
give
is
us
sealed.
any
Yeah,
resources.
look at Wolford in the chat. Don't let them bully you, Ramblin'. Knock it off. Do you want to roll death saves?
I mean, I can leave right now if you're going to do that.
You are being a bit of a bully.
She's not trying to bully you. She's trying to bully the Veiled in Shadow.
Okay. Well, you got your answer
Luce-
from Veiled in Shadow.
Luce is going to look up from Mard and go, I technically did not get anything from the Hellish Scholar. What is a century to eternity?
Both of you may roll persuasion checks.
At least mine is like reasonable. Didn't do anything, but
Persuasion.
You have bardic
can't be
inspiration, by the
deception.
way. Lucero, you're bardic, don't forget.
what is it? D12?
Yep. And you
23?
get to roll.
But it has to be persuasion. It can't be deception or something else.
And you can
You're
roll it
not,
twice. if
you're
you
not
want.
lying, are you?
I'm not.
That's true.
Yeah, no.
Okay. All right. Then no, it's not deception or
he
something.
did
else.
indeed not give us what we were like all the help that we
23.
were promised.
Oh, nice. All right.
Yay.
It's
I'm so glad I rolled a
Lucero's the one-
23.
Lucero's the one doing it for us.
Yeah. Like,
Even
Veiled
though-
in Shadow is not having anything with what you're saying, Makie. Like, it's
Mhm.
getting really
And then
annoyed.
Lucero comes in with like,
Getting
oh,
really
what's a
annoyed.
century to people who live for forever?
Yeah, Veiled in Shadow's getting really annoyed with Makie.
That's fine. She's annoyed with him.
Yeah.
Now who's speeding off of who?
Yeah, little did you know, Makie is a literal demon. All right. All right. Veiled in Shadow reaches into his robes, pulls from it a glowing vial of light, sets it on the table near you, and says,
Oh, that's mean.
choose the book or the vial.
Book.
Don't try to change this agreement after the fact, okay?
Is the book really that worth it? It's just a book, right?
It also takes 48 hours of time to use it. Just pointing that out. Like 48 hours straight. Like you have to take
Well,
like it's like
not
it's like,
straight.
Exhaustion.
No.
Not
Yeah, it can be
It's
spread out.
overtime,
It can be spread out, but
but within a certain amount of time.
yeah, within 6
yeah,
days.
within 6 days. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like 6 long rests. Wait, right? 6 times 8?
Yeah. And your long rest.
I mean, she could get somebody to carry her as they're walking around and get several hours just from that.
Yeah. Plus, they're a monk. Don't they have like anything with being tired?
The question is, who does he say choose to?
I think it's like it's directed at everyone who's taking part in this. Like
Is there 5 uses for that vial? Like the regular ones?
is there what?
Is it a full
5
vial?
uses.
Yeah, it's a full vial. It's got multiple uses, yeah. 5, I think is what it was. 4 or 5, something like
yeah.
that.
5.
Dear, that vial would be useful for everybody.
Is that your issue talking?
No.
Just FYI, I was gonna give you guys the vial anyways, but now.
But we don't know that.
I just wanted you guys to know that. You can thank Makie.
It's so beneficial.
Now you get to choose.
Now you get to choose, yeah.
Well, Makie sees them as sources of addiction, so.
Oh, that's right. She's mad at it.
Yeah, she's mad.
You don't like it anyway.
Also, rambling so that because I'm not sure I understand correctly. Mard can't get rid of the exhaustion without those vials, right? Like normal resting.
Greater
yeah.
restoration.
Normal
or spells, but
yeah.
Specifically, a
mind-
normal just sleeping for 8 hours won't do it. Here.
That should do it.
I think we said it would
That
do
doesn't
it.
have to do with magic.
Yeah, it doesn't.
but-
It's
yeah,
just she can't get her spell slip back.
Yeah,
So
that.
it's just magic that isn't recovered here? That's
Yeah.
the only
Right.
thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, Makie and Mirkrith have been recovering just fine.
Yeah, like
Hit
your
points,
HP.
yeah, and like hit dice, but
I think
I wasn't sure about-
I think exhaustion restores the same as your hit points does in a long rest. I feel like
Okay.
those. Like exhaustion doesn't have to
It's not magical.
necessarily be from magic. Like you can get exhaustion from just
Right.
like pushing yourself too hard. Stuff. So I won't count it as a magical effect.
In the mind link, Makia is going to tell Darren to forward to everybody else. If you all choose the vial, I will be the one to hold on to it to prevent addicted individuals from overindulging.
If you choose the vial, I get to have it.
Yeah.
Got it.
Quartz has
Hold
no
on.
idea that was said.
Yeah, Quartz has no idea.
That's fine.
She's not denying that it's not useful, but she is worried about the addiction.
Well, why don't we put it to a
Right,
vote
but Luce
then?
was pointing out that the vial can be used on sans addiction. Luce is pointing out that the vial can be used on everybody, while the book can only be used on one person.
Yeah, that's why Makie is just saying if you choose the vial, then
Well, because it was directed at her, Luce will leave the decision up to her, but they are pointing out.
Well, why don't we just vote? Those in favor of the vial, raise your hands.
Yeah.
Makie's hand
Luce's
does
hand
not
shoots up.
go up.
Faithless Sarah's hand raises.
Marge
First
probably
hand
would too, wouldn't it?
raises.
I'm assuming everyone with the addiction does.
Everybody
Makie
likes
takes
drugs.
note of that.
She starts pointing at him. Y'all don't count.
Makie, it seems like we have a majority vote.
Very well. And then she will grab the vial. The book was probably cursed anyways.
By the way, your food's getting cold.
She'll go back. She stows the vial away. She's gonna try and hide where she stows the vials. Just a second. I guess it would have been a sleight of hand, not a stealth. If it's sleight of hand, it would be +4 instead of +10.
So you're taking the book anyway? Is that what you said?
No, she's tucking the
Hiding the
vial
vial.
away,
Oh,
and
okay,
she's trying to keep
Sorry,
all
sorry.
of the others from seeing where she puts it.
All right.
Ham's nose.
Oh, jeez. Okay.
Luce
I
is just gonna
definitely
look
know.
at these two
That's
and
an
just
eye.
be like, please
Oh,
stop
that's-
undressing
that's
my wife with
Quartz.
your eyes.
I mean, I guess I'll give her a roll, but what? No. Why is I am confusion? Oh, that's because that's a handout. Doi.
She will turn to Veiled in Shadow as she after she's put it in her bag, and she will say, I still don't feel like your end of the bargain is fully upheld, but you're very annoying.
As are you.
This isn't over, but we have better things to do than deal with you right now.
Indeed.
By the way, I put this in chat while you guys were arguing about the deal. But Quartz is going to ask Ruin if they need a weapon, because right now she still has Grudra's longsword, which is a +1 magic weapon with 10-foot reach.
They'll take it.
Like
He had the glaive
90%
+2.
sure I gave him his axe back.
Give him his axe back?
Oh, he has his axe back?
He should. I don't have it in my inventory anymore.
I do remember you saying that Lucero gave him.
Yeah, that was a
the-
while back.
The blood axe.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
Okay.
back before.
Okay.
No, it was back after we released him from the gym.
Yeah.
You can make sure you add it to his inventory, but I think he still has the attack for it on his sheet, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he does.
I also handed my wind fan to Hans to tell him to use it if he has no ammo, so he's not useless.
Wait, what? Sorry, repeat that.
I'm handing Hans my wind fan, because so far he is ammo-less and useless.
Okay, all right. He didn't get any ammo. He lost all his. You guys took all his ammo too.
Say, I was pretty sure that we gave it back to him,
Yeah,
but
we-
everybody else is insistent that we
I
didn't.
was too.
No, we were.
No, I'm pretty sure you guys
We're
were
not
like,
giving that
we
back.
don't want you to shoot anyone else.
I knew you guys
We're
took his
never
gun.
gonna give this back to you.
Yeah, I
We
knew
gave
you
him
guys-
back the gun. We gave him back the gun.
They gave him
Okay.
back
But
the
they were
gun
like,
and took
"We're
the ammo
keeping the
before they did
ammo."
the
Oh,
before they
okay.
tried to do the plane shift.
There was a couple of
But
questions.
I
about,
had
like,
thought we
can you
gave
need
the
from
ammo
other
back
things,
after the
but
plane
no.
shift, but everybody else says no.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure Make has the ammo. I would never give it back to Hans because Lucero died or was dying.
Yeah.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Make.
No, Makie tried to get Abe and Flo to make ammo that would work in the gun, and I don't know what they responded with, but it hasn't been done yet, and Makie is not willing
Yeah,
to.
they haven't made it yet.
I think it was something along the lines of like Abe and Flo didn't really want to help because he was a bug. He carried bugs or something. I don't remember.
Yep.
But that sounds right.
Okay. You can add the wind fan to his inventory.
I did already.
I may have something in mind, but we'll get to that at some point.
Yeah.
Mirkrith, you get a message from Tulpa during this downtime. Says, Mirkrith, what
I've
happened?
never had one of these before. have I?
Yeah, so you just hear Tulpa's voice in your head. I guess maybe you get a sense that you can respond, but I don't know.
I think he's seen us descending enough. He would probably know.
But he says, Mirkrith, what happened? How did you get to the void? I can't feel your presence. Thought you died somehow. Prepared for the worst.
In my head.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, in your head.
mean, yeah. I think Mirkrith, we're inside this building with the
Oh shit! I don't
shadow
think
guy.
I don't think he can message you right now because of that freaking.
Well, he
'Cause
had
of,
to
like,
take
barriers
and
the
wards and
seal
stuff.
off for
No,
us to leave.
he didn't. Yeah, he had to. Presumably, he had to open the lock when you guys left, and maybe he hasn't closed it since you've returned. I
Yeah,
never.
that would make sense.
It's been more than an hour because we ate.
Yeah, and you guys aren't exactly talking about Aurelius or anything right
Things.
now. Okay, cool. Yeah, the message gets through.
It does get through. Okay. Mirkrith immediately starts looking around and calls back in his own head. I don't know if I want to do the voice of the moment, but who is this? Where are you hiding? I will find you. He's not gonna believe it's Tulpa. Why would he believe it's Tulpa? This place fucks with everybody.
Yeah, no, I like it. The funny thing is, Tulpa.
No, that makes sense.
That was Tulpa's last casting of the spell for the day.
Can I incite Mirkrith to try to figure out what's going on with him?
Well, he's saying this in his head, not out loud.
He does
Right,
look
but
around.
He said
though.
he starts looking
Yeah.
around and stuff.
Okay, make an insight
So-
check. Yeah. I mean, an 8. Like you see Mirkrith's eyes dart across the room, but doesn't really seem out of the ordinary for him. He's always kind of watching exits and stuff, you know.
You alright
He's
there,
always been
buddy?
kind of crazy.
What did you say, Maury?
Asking if he's alright there.
Mirkrith will look back at. I always forget this guy's name.
Veiled in Shadow?
Build in shadow.
Veiled in Shadow, thank you. And just. Did you talk to me in my head?
What? No. If I did, it would sound like this. And he says like this, he speaks it into your mind with his telepathy.
Mirkrith growls and stay out of my head.
Wait, does Veiled in Shadow understand any of the languages Mirkrith speaks?
Well, he has telepathy.
Oh, that's a good point.
But Mirkrith wasn't talking to him.
Mirkrith doesn't know.
telepathically.
Yeah, I said it out loud.
Hey.
I can
Yeah.
But with
translate.
telepathy,
I mean,
you get
that's-
a general sense of the
That's
languages.
true. He doesn't speak common.
I love this.
I mean,
It's
we could
so
translate.
I love that we have to translate for this argument.
So yeah, you guys translate, I guess. Maybe when he says like this, he speaks it both out loud and in Mirkrith's mind at the same time. So like Mirkrith, you hear him saying words you don't understand, and then you hear 2 words you don't understand in your head. Yeah. And then the team translates for you. So they're like, hey, this is what he said. And you're like, ugh, stay out of my head. And they're like, he said stay out of his head.
I assume that would be enough for you guys to assume that he heard something in his head.
Probably.
Luce would get up and go over to him. Okay, what happened? What's going on?
Something trying to toy with me in here.
What did they
Hans
say?
is gonna say, is it your grandma too?
No.
Do you remember what they said?
Mm-hmm. Hold on. Gonna do a roll real quick. Okay. I heard Tolpa's voice. He was asking why I was. What did he call it? Sorry, the abyss?
The void.
Boyd?
The void. Sorry, yeah. Said I was in the asking why I was in the void. Said he thought I was dead.
I would immediately recognize what this is, right?
Yeah, I mean, you talked to Tulpa with singing or sending. Sorry, singing. What the frick?
Yeah.
Sending.
Sing it, Tulpa.
And when you told Tulpa where you guys were, he was confused and he was like, "How?" and stuff. And then you were like, "So and so says you're a liar." He was like, "Well, you know, sometimes you gotta lie to do the right thing, I guess."
Right, but I mean, I recognize it instantly as like a sending spell. I don't need to roll a check to be like, oh, this is what this is, kind of thing.
I think your logic would dictate that could be what's going on here. Yeah, I don't think you need to roll for that.
This is like gonna like bite their lips a little bit just to like try to like hide an amused smile and just be like you know how I said I was talking to Tulpa earlier?
Just looks at you.
It's called a sending spell. And that is most likely what Tulpa did to you. And you
How do I talk
could
to
have
him?
responded. You have a 25 word limit.
Why?
That's just how it works.
You don't know
And-
why?
I didn't make the spell.
But you know that there's a 25 word limit, and you don't know why. How do you know?
That's what I was taught. That's the limit of the spell.
I haven't said 25 words yet.
I mean, you don't always have to say 25 words for it to send it back.
How does the spell know when I'm done?
You know, I don't really know.
Magic.
Just kind of magic. Yeah, magic.
Magic.
And you claim to be an expert in this?
Mm. Look, I know a lot of spells. I know how they work. I don't look into why they work the way they do.
Maybe you should.
Mm.
Doesn't the spell say something about like they have to respond immediately? So it'd be whatever your immediate response was.
Here, I'll read it.
Yeah.
Technically, well, I guess I could argue that I don't have to roll the percentage chance, but I'll get to that in a minute. You send a short message of 25 words or less to a creature with which you are familiar. The creature hears the message in its mind, recognizes you as the sender if it knows you, and can answer in a like manner immediately. The spell, I guess, so you would recognize it as Tulpa, I guess. The spell enables...
Well, he did say it was Tulpa.
Yeah, the spell enables creatures with intelligence scores of at least 1 to understand the meaning of your message. You can send the message across any distance and even to other planes of existence, but if the target is on a different plane of existence than you, there's a 5% chance the message doesn't arrive. I can argue the 5% thing doesn't apply here, but to be honest, it's just because the flesh exists here. That's the
Who
only
knows
reason.
how many times Tulpa tried to send the same message.
Only to
Until
get
he
that
got
Sorry,
it.
your
That's
caller
not
is not there to receive your message. Sorry, your caller is not there to receive your message.
Trying
Hey.
until he got a response, and that was the
Please
response.
try
he
again
got.
later.
I hate when I send a
Yeah.
text and it's like, Your text did not go through. Do you want to retry? I'm like, oh god, it's so annoying. Cost me a spell slot.
You're not currently hooked up to a network. Yes, I am. I pay you.
There are very few spells in which only I am truly aware of where you can alter the fabric of reality. Everything else has rules that it has to follow.
Who sets the rules?
They like glance over at Velden Shadow.
Just stares at you blankly.
Wilden Shadow sets the rules. Got it.
Yeah, I mean, I watch this interaction, then I go, give me more than 25 words. At him. Commandingly.
You misunderstand. I do not set the rules.
You wouldn't understand unless someone translates. They may not translate thinking it's a stupid thing to translate.
Yeah, so he just like yelled, does anyone
Luce is going to pull out their stupidly thick
Yeah, I'd go
book
ahead and translate.
All right.
and a quill and be like, what do you want to send Tulpa? 25
I
words
have more than
or
25
less.
words. Turns back. Give me more than 25 words.
It's all I have.
Give.
He's not saying it
Give
to you. He's
more.
saying it to Velden Shadow.
Yeah, he doesn't understand you. And I go, well, I guess Darren is translating, so he says again. Tell him I don't set the rules.
Yeah. I mean, he already knows that. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry, not he already knows that, but yeah, I don't think he understands that. But I translate anyway.
Why is he claiming he doesn't set the rules?
Because he doesn't?
Turns back to Lucero.
Lucero, you liar.
Makes sense.
I love this. This is great.
Fine. The fountain and the arcana are the ones that, as far as I'm aware of, set the rules. Maybe the demon princes down here have some rules of their own as well. Hellish Scholar seems to be able to fiddle and play around with the spells as he sees fit, and they wave around the scroll that is the amalgamation to get them inside the Demogorgons area. But us regular folks cannot just do what we want.
This is Tulpa. I don't think
Tulpa
he's
has to
affected
follow
by
the
those
rules too.
He seems obvious. It's just like, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I mean, it's safe to say, like, maybe some of this is a bit over Mirkra's head. Does Velden Shadow understand you when you speak, Lucero? So, like, are you using tongues or anything? Or
No.
Alright, so he just, like, stares at you while you're talking. I'm assuming maybe Darren translates, but I don't think he really.
I'm not translating this unless they're talking to him.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
So you have 25 words. If we get a response, we can send another 25 words. But for the first one, you have 25. Make them count.
Someone did mention, and this is out of character. Someone did mention earlier that the response had to be immediately in character, right?
Yeah.
No,
The
I
creature.
don't think anybody said in character.
Yeah, I don't think anybody did say in character. Because I said it out of character. Makie wouldn't know at all. She doesn't understand how sending works either.
Yeah, I know how sending works, so I'd be like, wait, you got that earlier? Shouldn't you have like already responded to that?
I think it might have been with Luce, but they purposely chose to ignore Tulpa on a thing. Oh wait, no, it was they never responded to Tulpa because they didn't want to use their third level spell slot. And then Tulpa was like, answer.
Yeah.
And then that was where we ended the episode, I think.
Yeah. Well, then you answered, I think, and then I think Tulpa.
Yeah, you answered immediately after in the next session.
Yeah. It took me a second as a player to do it, but as character-wise, it was immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
I don't suppose anyone wrote down what Tulpa said to Miracrith. Goldfish memory.
I mean, I copied and pasted it. What he said was, Miracrith, what happened? Yeah, I used a word counter to write it. The message he sent you. I said, Miracrith.
Oh, I see it now. Yeah. Sorry. Okay.
And you were like, "Who is that?" Get out of my head.
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
like that.
Nothing helpful.
Yeah.
I'll
Who is
kill-
this?
I'll
How
kill
did you get here?
What
So,
year is it?
so Miracrith like kind of concentrates for a second. While he's doing this, he's just staring at Lucero, kind of
Lucero
absent-mindedly.
hasn't been ready.
But he's thinking through like the words, and then he responds. His head. So there's just like 2 minutes of nothing happens.
Okay.
Have you thought of what you want to send?
I did. I sent it.
Lucero just sits down the book and the quill in his lap and just puts his face in his hands and just lets out the biggest sigh.
You have to snatch those hands back quickly because he tries to bite.
No, like Lucero puts his face on
Half-heartedly.
his hands.
Oh, okay.
like very tough student day. Mirkrith, I have to send the sending spell. I need to know what you want to send him.
You cast the magic and I send the message.
Can I do that?
You tell them what you want to send, and they will send it.
Yeah, that's the way it works, Lucero. Like if you're casting it,
And then-
you have to
Yeah,
send
that's
it.
what I thought. Yeah, I was just like double checking the thing that I can't like cast it on another person.
Lucero?
Yeah.
Lucero's had such a hard time explaining this to Mirkrith that even Lucero's getting confused about how it works now.
Yeah.
No, it says you send a short message of 25.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was
words.
thinking.
So,
yeah.
Yeah.
And then
So you
Tulpa
have to be the
will
one to do it.
respond to me
Yeah.
or you.
I will get the response, but I will transmit it to you.
Ow.
Magic.
I will repeat to you what he says.
And how will I know that you're telling the truth?
You'll have to trust that they're following your deal and helping you.
Isn't Lucero one of your allies? You can't even trust your allies.
You work for the flesh now. I can trust you.
There we go.
You wanted to know why we're here. I don't know how we got here. So tell him we're trying to get back and ask him how he prepared for the worst.
Do you want Lucero
And-
to know that?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay.
He's saying that out loud. Yeah. And then he like pauses for a minute. He thinks about it, and he says, "And tell him I found 2 more of his servants while I'm here, and you're one of them."
If you have any words to spare, it would be hilarious to ask him. And what response did you get back from your? If you have words to spare.
I might waste a spell slot just to ask that later.
Did we take the vial? I hope we took the vial. We're gonna need it.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna need that vial for sure.
Can we ask how full that vial was? I forget if we actually knew.
It was full.
It was
5
full.
5 out
It
of
was
5.
5 out of
Okay,
5.
making sure. I forgot if it had been asked.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Oh god, dang it! Why did I hit the wrong button?
That was
I
interesting.
couldn't quite do your entire thing,
Tried to
unfortunately.
copy
Your
you
fifth, I
guys.
apologize.
Accidentally hit delete.
Oh, I was like, wait, everything was gone in the back.
Yeah, I tried to copy all you guys. I accidentally hit delete.
What did Tulpa respond?
One sec, I gotta send it. Okay, so.
Just seems more and more confused every time you speak.
Mirror.
Still
I am-
not.
Magical telephone.
I'm not sure about your words, Magic Man.
Well, I'm unsure of your words, silly man.
So this is this is what Tolpa gets from Mirror. We're trying to get back. How did you prepare for the worst? And I found 2 more servants for you, and I'm one. The last part sounds very like incredulous.
Wait. Is Lucero trying to make it sound like this is exactly how Mir worded it? Because the "and I'm one" makes it sound like Mir is saying that about himself instead of you just saying
It's very obviously like this is like somebody sending it for Mir because it's obviously from Mir. It's just like
yeah, but the
and the last part is just like and I'm one.
I'm just saying that "and I'm one" is easily misunderstood as Mir saying it.
That may be the point.
Here's the important question: when you after you say "from Mirror," do you try to make your voice gravelly and say it in Mirror's accent, and until the end, and then you swap back to your own voice? And does that matter?
Just like
Can
this
he tell the
really
difference?
poor like Lucero imitation of Mir.
I think Tulpa understands what you're saying.
We're trying to get back. How?
Here's the response.
Tulpa's very smart, unlike Mirror.
Here's the response to you. I thought Arcana went back on our deal. Killed him.
Ooh.
Prepared to attack as we discussed. Instead, I will contact Nurnum to get updated on the situation.
At 4
Luce
Tulpa.
does like the lip pullback kind of thing, like eyes go wide for a hot second as they get this info.
Wait.
Like, oh shit!
Arcana didn't kill?
What'd you say, Wolfram?
He said that he killed an Arcana, right?
No, he's saying he
thought the Arcana killed you.
He thought the Arcana killed you or something.
Oh, okay.
And so he was preparing to attack.
In over the mind link, but he like motions to Quartz that he'll tell her later. That the message, so that way Mirkrith can hear it, but he doesn't want it where Shadow can hear it all. The message.
So wait. So you say the message, you get the response, and then you don't say anything to Mirkrith?
If you
Luce is
send it to me, and then I
broadcasting
send it
over
to
the
him,
mind
that
link.
could work.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Well, Luce wants Candor to do it to everybody, but they motion to Quartz that they'll tell her later.
Okay, got
that
it.
she doesn't have it.
So I'm actually hearing.
You're hearing me tell it to you.
Yeah.
Although, actually, you could hear, because Lucero could send me the, like,
Opal's voice.
what they heard from the message, and then I can send that to you.
So technically, yeah, you could, like, because telepathy can be sounds, images, stuff like that. So yeah, you could just, like, communicate that.
But it's telephone, so like the more people it goes through, the less the voice actually sounds like him, and more sounds like what we think it sounded like.
Yeah.
If it comes across in Darren's voice, there's probably going to be problems. So probably better it comes across in other people's voices.
Mirkrith? What does he mean? Attack as we discussed?
Are you saying that out loud? Are you talking out loud right now?
Lucero has telepathy, and they are using that now. So you hear Lucero's voice directly in your head.
Are we? Is this all happening after we finished eating, or are we still eating?
I assumed so. Yeah.
I can say you guys are finished eating. Yeah.
Makie is gonna say, because she's heard some of the mind link stuff, but she's gonna say, well, if we're done here, we should leave.
So you see him hesitate, and then in his head he says, I'm 1, not 2, sure 3. But for Tulpa 5. And he's counting out his words for the response.
Mirkrith, this is different. We are right next to each other. This is not a spell.
This isn't magic, then how are you doing it? And he says that out loud.
It is magic, it's a different one.
This is an innate ability.
And yeah, I psychically into your head say, no, this is still magic, it's just not that same spell.
He's gonna be like, well, why don't we just use that
the same limitation?
Distance. The other one does any
Why not
distance.
use this spell that doesn't have a limitation?
The other spell can go a lot further distance, which is why it has to have fewer words, because it has to weigh less to go that fast, that far.
How much do words weigh?
Apparently enough that 25 can go anywhere.
Philosophical question, really.
Words can carry immense weight.
In any case, to everybody that's in the thing, I agree with Makie. We should leave.
Thank you.
Yeah, Village Shadow is just like watching the group of you, like,
Look at these idiots giving me all this free info.
Yeah, he's getting so much free
This is our last best hope. Oh boy.
Let's find us a nice little hole and this is like psychic link through Candor. Let's find us a nice little hole on the way to the Demogorgon, and we can have a nice discussion there.
I'm pretty sure Quartz has a thing just for that, so yeah, we should be good.
Can I turn to Veiled in Shadow and say, So, what will you pay for all the information you just gathered from us now? It's not free, you know.
Hey guys.
I point to the book.
Here, let me respond to a whisper.
If you're saying that out loud, I'm literally gonna go over and like,
Oh, the audience sees
go,
it.
no, you didn't negotiate that beforehand.
Oh, do they see whispers?
Yeah. Well, they see
That's
that
fine.
one for some reason. Here, so I'll just respond out loud. Mirkrith.
You know that that's not to you, right?
Oh, it's not to me?
No, it's to Lucero.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I was about to say GMs see all whispers. Yeah.
Okay, that's why the audience sees it.
It should say to. It's on mine. It says to Lucero. So
It just
It
says
should.
it just says from Mirkrith for me.
Yeah.
Oh,
I wish for GMs they would say from this player to this player so that GMs
Oh,
can know it's
that's
not to
really
them,
annoying,
but
yeah.
it doesn't.
yeah.
Okay, so you're like, well, what are you going to pay us for all this free information we've given you? And
No, she didn't say free. She
Yeah, I
said
know, that's
it's
what-
not free.
you've already provided it.
And yeah, I was saying I go over to Maki and be like, no, you're misunderstanding deals here. You have to make deals before things happen.
Yeah, you say that out loud.
I mean, so far they've taken from us before they've given what they are given. So I just figured since he just got the information beforehand that he can pay now.
But they made the deal before they took what was done. So
Just pick her up and carry her out.
Any more information you glean from us, you have to pay for from now on. That is the deal.
Stop providing it for free then.
Oh, bitch. God.
you are now under the understanding that it is not free from this point onwards. So we will be leaving, and if you want any more information, you can contact us.
And if you take any more information without us knowing, that still counts. You still owe us.
Yeah, Vilda's shadow points to the stairs.
Sure, that's how that works.
Yeah, I don't
Get out
think
of
he
my
has
house.
to do what you say so much. I don't know. Like, I think he could still try to steal information from you if he wanted to.
No. She's not giving him a choice in accepting it. She is stating it as if it is fact.
Yeah.
So
But you said you're picking her up. She's not gonna struggle, but
Yeah, after that, I pick you up.
yeah. She's still calling out as you carry her out.
Just
if-
like yelling over his shoulder at. We see.
Does Maki like get in his antlers to like point at Shadow?
We see like
Yeah.
the glowing eyes blink several times under the mask.
Mm.
Hey, now if you mess with my rack, I'll get the wrong idea.
Cut out.
What?
Please buy me
Good.
supper first.
Luz is gonna walk behind the two and be like, "Darling, if you wanted to open up the marriage, you should have at least talked to me first."
Oh my god.
What?
Oh boy.
I didn't know you were like that.
What are you talking about?
It's really
I will say
surprising
she did
that
not
you're
say that she
so
did that.
uptight, and then
I know.
all this. Just say
It
it.
just has like the biggest shitty grin on their face, though. Also, usually nobody but Luce usually carries her either, so
Well, she's had Mard carry her. She has. She's
She's been on
Lauren
Dayron
carry
multiple
her.
times. Yeah.
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 I
I said usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not gonna say anything until they get out of the store. But she is staring at Lucero like you can't even see what her expression is under her mask.
No, but you could send the emotion over the bond, and then I'll move the psychic whispers, and then I could send that to Lucero.
It's true. That is true. I mean, the motion is mostly confusion. She doesn't understand where this is coming from.
Speaking of which, this is at least 3 by now. Probably 2.
Oh yeah, how long would you say all of this has gone on? At least 1 hour because of the feast.
It
How long
takes
He
an
has
hour
been a
to.
very gracious host.
It takes
It takes an hour to eat it.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
So how?
probably like I don't know, an hour and a half at least.
It probably took an hour, a half hour to get to the thing and back. So yeah, I've got about
Yeah,
2 more
so
hours
probably
left on the
2 hours.
whispers.
Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, we get out of here. 8 minutes before we end.
All right, you guys leave. Sure. Where are we headed?
Anywhere. Courts is going to put up their castle-y thing.
Okay.
I'd
guess
assumed was
we'll
the
head-
idea.
Towards the Demogorgon's domain, but once we get to a quiet area.
Yeah, I mean,
Demogorgon? Sibilant beast?
yeah,
That's
same
the
same
prince.
Prince
thing.
of Madness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same thing. You guys have also heard that it was called the Demogorgon too. I
They
recall.
got so many
Mhm.
names.
Mm-hmm.
I just call them the easiest, simplest one: Scholar and Prince.
He also known as
Well,
Princess
Prince can be
Pumpkin.
for any of them.
Also known as
But
what?
his prince is in his name.
Princess Pumpkin.
Oh,
Yeah.
Give him a new name?
sure, why not? Okay. Yeah, you guys leave. You know, you can find a spot pretty much anywhere on the way back. I think it was like an hour or 2 back to the pit. Here, let's see. I'll just bring you guys back over to the big map here. So yeah, I mean, you can see where the citadel is and where the pit is, where you spent a lot of time. And I mean, the path back is relatively the same. I mean, you got to cast Blight on the arch. I can assume somebody does that. I would assume, right?
We have spell
I
slots
can.
for it. Okay.
Okay, so
Um,
mark it off, I guess, and then you guys can leave
Yeah.
the enclave. And then, like, do you guys want to stop somewhere random on the way back to put up the mansion or whatever? Or
Where?
Well,
where
we'll be
on the
inside
map
that
are we
canyon
heading
land.
to?
there. The Citadel of Pandemonium.
yeah, you guys are going to the Citadel of
So-
Pandemonium. That's where the
Technically, we could just then go back to the hovel and stay there, right?
I mean, you could, yeah, you could.
Not that it really matters. Like, if we want to save time, we could just do it close to the Citadel of Pandemonium,
That too.
like right before we go into it.
Courts, would you rather do... And this is like as they're walking. Would you rather do your mansion or would you rather redo mine?
Your mansion or
Or-
mine?
Do we want to save things and
Up
just
to you.
do the whatever tower you've got?
Yeah, we can just do the instant fortress. That could be easiest.
Is that a once per dawn thing or no?
Isn't it free?
Let
I-
me pull it up.
Don't think so. I feel like that's not one of those. Let me check.
Let me pull it up. Here we go.
No, it's just command word.
Just whenever you want. Oh, cool.
So if we decide that we want to use that, I can just pull it up. Say the command word.
I say if we're saving spells for the thing, then we should go ahead and just use the fortress probably.
Okay. All right.
Think that
So
would be the best idea.
I think it was it 2 stories? Is that right?
Mm-hmm.
20 feet high,
Mm-hmm.
20 feet long on a side. So, at 2 stories, 30 feet high. Okay. You guys have used this thing before. Yeah, you pop the fortress up, somewhere along the way. Sure. You guys can take refuge in there. I'm assuming you're going for a long rest.
I guess so.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to interrupt you. If you guys want to take a long rest, you're free to do that. Just remember, you don't recover spell slots unless you use the light. Mard can recover her exhaustion. What was the last time
I get to recover my psychic things.
Last time you guys long rested was when Lucero came back, I think. Maybe it's been about a normal amount of time since then. I can't remember exactly. It was a few sessions ago.
We had to travel back to the enclave.
Yep.
So, and then come back. So that alone was a chunk of time.
Okay.
Not to mention we've had the Demi-Lich fight. I attempted to blow up the party.
Yeah. Maki, that was one of the things Maki was mad at you about, by the way.
One of the many things.
One of them, there's a list.
All right.
I think we had talked about how courts could make our HPs back to normal, right? That was something that happened in character.
Because they have the restoration thing?
Yeah, the greater restoration, how it can make
I think that was out of character, but yeah, I mean, I could, but it would take 2 spell slots each.
Yeah. If it wasn't in character, then Maki is not going to say anything. I was going to say she was going to ask you, like, if we're going to be going in and fighting, it would be helpful if somebody could make me my tip-top shape, because none of my normal healing abilities are working.
You could just have a hit. And Carissa gonna like take a vial of the like 2/3 used up vial of light out of her bosom and like take a look. It could help. Just saying.
Do I think that could actually help? I don't think it can.
I'm pretty sure you rolled to know that it wouldn't.
Yeah, I think I did.
Oh, I must have misunderstood then.
Yeah, it needs to be a greater restoration spell.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll be
normal
over
rest-
here. I'm so sorry. I misunderstood.
No, you're
no,
fine.
it's fine.
Like, honestly, you might not know that, so...
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I still offer drugs then.
Yeah.
We're talking about
Maki will say
the
that won't help.
we're
the
talking about
Demi-Lich debuff.
yeah. I mean, I can take a look at it
Oh,
again.
excuse me.
I think you did tell us that a long rest would not
Yeah, no, a
recover.
long rest does not fix it.
We have to do a specific spell. So.
What is this debuff?
If it's just you,
Demi-Lich reduced their max HP. I'm trying to look for it right now. Hang on.
Mm.
Yeah, you're okay.
I got a lot of stuff in here right now. Demi-Lich. Let's see. It was life drain, I think, or take necrotic damage. No, that wasn't it.
No, I think it was a different one.
Was it one of the energy drain, maybe? DC 15, con save, failed save creature has hit point maximum magically reduced. If creatures...
Yeah.
What does that say? If creature's hit point maximum is reduced to 0, the creature dies. The creature's hit point maximum can be restored with greater restoration or similar magic. That's what it says.
Yeah, there you go. So yeah, rest wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
If,
The reason why I thought
if
we
Maki-
talked about it is I think you were gonna cast it on Mard, but you changed your mind. That's
If
why.
Maki
Yeah, that's
asks-
because yeah.
If Maki asks, Quartz is gonna tell Maki, I can do that for you if you apologize.
For what?
I still do not forgive you for punching me in the face.
And I thought we were
She does it
done with
again.
that already.
And what made you think that?
Because I did that in response to you saying something that I don't like.
Then I will heal you in response to you apologizing.
And I will apologize if you promise not to say such things again.
So you don't want to be healed?
She's
Silence.
thinking in her mind. Look, she's a wise person. She knows like her wisdom tells her that it's the wise thing to do to just apologize. But she's also a little
How big is the
stubborn.
ego?
So, yeah, so she's thinking it over in her mind. That's why she's quiet for so long. But she will finally say, "Fine. Sorry for punching you without warning."
Without warning.
Well, apology accepted. I just hope that you don't do that again. And then Quartz will be willing to heal you for use her greater restoration spell on you. Now, is that so hard?
Thank you for helping me. She says instead of replying.
Well, I know that you are a lover of secrets. Maybe this will help you. And then she hands her this that she bought from the shop earlier that she hasn't gotten to use.
What is it?
It's a wand of secrets. It reveals things that are hidden. Doors, traps, things of that nature.
To me.
Why are you giving it to me though?
I thought you liked secrets. Do you not want it? I can keep it. It's not useful to me.
I'm just confused why you're offering it. I will happily take it off of your hand.
You're confused. I just assumed it was a gesture of friendship. But if you refuse it, I guess I can take my friendship somewhere else.
I didn't know we were friends, but if you would like to be friends, I will accept your token of friendship.
Quartz smiles and is like, do you not have friends? Seems like It's very difficult to
God.
be a friend.
Is Luso around to explain?
You look around and Lucero and Mira just like dead staring at each other.
Having their conversations. That's a secret.
Well,
Girl, it's not.
You do know that friends share secrets.
I love all these whispers that Mirkrith is doing. This is so great.
She will ponder this tidbit of possibly wisdom, possibly a deception. And insight you.
Can you come on? Oh my god.
I don't know what to respond to that. I mean, I guess
Is this
persuasion?
it's
something? Not deception.
If she's not making it up, like just to get Makia to say something, that would just be a persuasion, I think.
15. I mean, yeah, she's being truthful.
Yeah. Makie believes that you believe this to be true and aren't trying to pull the wool over her eyes. So she will say, fine. I have family. I don't have friends.
Why can't you have both? I have family and friends. It's not a one or the other.
Depends on where you grew up, I suppose.
Well, maybe, as my new friend, you'll tell me one day where you grew up. If we survive this.
Sure. As long as you don't turn out to be the mole.
You're still on about this?
It's my mission, after all.
Are you any closer?
I can't remember. I know Lucero didn't say his mind got read by Aurelius, right?
Nope.
No.
But
also, yeah, there's other stuff that happened there too that Lucero didn't tell you about. Just for the record.
Yeah, but there was some stuff that gave hints that Aurelius could potentially, like, in Makie's mind, could potentially mean that he might be looking through Lucero's eyes or something.
I mean,
Makie doesn't understand magic, so I'm saying this could be something that she's thought up in her head.
Yeah.
Based on Lucero saying that Aurelius, because he did tell them something, or Lucero did tell them something about Aurelius speaking to him or something. I don't remember exactly.
I think the scholar said it out loud,
Makie wasn't there.
Oh yeah. Well, the others would have
Veiled
heard
in
it.
Shadow did say something about
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they talked about it.
Yeah.
About
From the little that she
soul.
knows,
Yeah.
she at least thinks that Aurelius can see through Lucero's eyes to spy on them. She doesn't know anything else except that possibility. So I think she would say, well, I found the new mole, but not the old one.
How can you be sure they're not one and the same?
Because I trust them.
Huh? So you found the mole, but you trust them, so you're doing nothing about it.
No, I found the new
And-
mole. I'm not doing nothing about it. I still have to report this.
Then how can you be sure the new mole isn't the old mole?
Because I asked. And they said no.
Oh. And of course, a mole will tell you the truth.
Well, they had to.
Then how do you know there is another mole?
Why would my Arcana send me here to find the mole if there wasn't a mole?
But you literally said yourself there was one. And you found them. And you
No, I
trust
found
them.
the new one. A new one was made since we came here.
It was
Aki is over
made.
here playing a canceled 1990s sitcom. Not sitcom. What's the game show? There we go.
You say it was made? How was it made?
He shrugs and says, ask Rusero.
Okay. Well, let's ask right now. Quartz goes to find Lucero. And we probably should end there because it's already 10:12.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We'll end there. I was hoping we can get to the Citadel, so I was trying to give you guys time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think it's a fine place to end.
Yeah, pretty much start there tomorrow, or not tomorrow, next week.
Looking forward to a dungeon.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting, guys.
Yeah.
Good job today, everybody. Let's see here. Let's go over XP really quick, I guess. Let's see. No combat today, although we did come kind of close a couple times. So there's that. I did like the RP today. I feel like the RP really.
I'm sorry, Mira. I tried.
I feel like the RP really shined. What'd you try? What's going on? What happened? You talking about the whispering?
Combat.
Oh,
Combat. I did everything but actually throw hands.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, with you guys seeing through
is
the
easy.
scholar's
say
illusions and
go.
stuff, I think Scholar knew better than to attack first. I don't think they were looking for a fight. Even though they're being mouthy. But yeah. The RP did really shine today, though. I really liked what we got to see from Mirkrith today. I feel like we haven't gotten to see much from him in a couple episodes, so it was nice to see some of the stuff and the whispers and stuff. All that was pretty cool.
The whispers that only 3 of you got to see, and maybe the audience.
Well, the audience gets to see.
Yeah.
Somebody
The audience
please
gets to,
clip
yeah.
his response to the sending message, please.
Response to do I owe you a response to his sending?
No,
she
somebody
did
please
clip
clip
that.
Mir's response.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
Clip
immediate
it as a little
response,
video.
Yeah. I think we got to kind of see a little bit of everybody today. So everybody got to play a part that shined today, whether it was like helping translate or whatever. Like the talk with
Figure out where the scholar was.
Yeah. Like seeing through the illusion and all that kind of stuff. The back and forth between several different characters: Quartz, Makie, Mirkrith, Lucero. Darren was participating in all of it, communicating things back and forth, not communicating things when he didn't want to. And curses chiming in. We got a little bit with the diviners going on too, trying to strike a deal for the book and stuff. Like, I'm gonna give you guys full points for RP 4 today. I think I'd be really nitpicky if I was asking for more. I think you guys.
I'm just glad that somebody is finally asking and using the fucking thing where it's like, hey, just allow me to translate.
Yeah, yeah. No worries.
Like, you didn't ask for it before.
Yeah, it was good to see. For sure. Lore quest stuff. I mean, we got a fair bit of kind of like lore quest progression today. There was some stuff going on with Tulpa, and of course, like with the scholar and Veiled in Shadow and stuff there too.
Yeah.
I think maybe you guys. I think I'm gonna give you guys a 3 for lore quest today.
Yeah. Didn't necessarily like finish too much, so yeah, that makes sense.
I think there was more you could have drawn too in some of those conversations if you'd been more careful. Some of you got a little reckless as tempted. There might have been more information you could have pulled out of them if you really tried. Not that you weren't really trying, just like the way the conversations went down.
Reckless our group?
No. Never. But there was a lot of good, cool progression developments, learning more information. I will say there was almost a huge truth revealed today. I'm not going to say what it was, but it didn't happen. But it almost happened. It came really close. Like, yeah, there was the chance for it to happen, and then it did not happen. So that's the only reason I'm really deducting 1 point. And rule of
Related
cool.
to Veiled in Shadow.
It's not related to Veiled in Shadow, actually.
Okay.
Has nothing to do with Veiled. It has nothing to do with Veiled in Shadow.
Established he doesn't make the rules.
Yeah, we established he doesn't make the rules. As much as Lucero might imply that he does.
Falsely.
However, like rule of cool there's a lot of cool stuff today. I really enjoyed all the interaction today. I thought everything was really cool. The way things went down was pretty cool. Like I liked the whole scene at the cathedral, the stuff getting back, the back and forth, the sort of dramatic conflict going on. I'd take it. I think I'm gonna give you guys a 3 for cool also today. Which puts you guys at a total of 10 for the session, which is pretty good for a session where
pretty darn good for no combat.
Yeah. So kudos. Good job, everybody. And pleasure playing with you guys as always.
Yeah.
So we'll do quick shout outs stuff. We'll get out of here. We'll let you guys get off to sleep. Guys, just a reminder, you can join the Discord. It's public, it's free. You can see the memes that were posted during the session. You can ask lore questions. You can ask Ella how to set up a Vroid. You can I don't know, see the inspiration art posts and stuff. You can check it out. It's free. And if you're watching on YouTube, all the links are in the description below. Here it is for the Twitch chat. You can head over to deviantart.com/Jessica Peguero and see the Vash artwork for Vash from A-Team. Here is the link for that. You can head over and say hey to Joanne at Instagram, TikTok, Coffee, and X.com. Asa Wands designs everywhere except for X, where it's Asa Wands 01. Here is the links for that. Check out some art, give a follow. And here is the art credits for the Makie token. You can check that out there. Pleasure playing with you guys as always. Good job today. Thank you guys for watching. We'll be back next week with some more Forest of Flesh. Wednesday we'll be playing Broken, I think. Yeah, you guys, we should be good for this week. It was me that missed it last week. I'm sorry. I had a lot of stuff going on. I do not plan on missing this week. So yeah, we'll see you guys Wednesday. Thanks again, everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody have a fantastic night. Thanks for playing. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
Good night.
Night. Night.
Good night, guys. Bye.
No one remember?